Comedian Sean Boyd from Just Therapy, the podcast. I got to talk to you about Detroit Auto Parts. They're the official parts store of Redline Radio. They have two convenient locations, one on the east side. You can call 216-531-7373, or the west side, 216-398-7373. Don't forget to mention Redline Radio and you receive 10% off your purchase. Make sure you hit up Detroit Auto Parts. Check them out.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Shy from She Vibes, and Growing Wings Adult Services is the official sponsor of the State of the Art Studio 2. Growing Wings Adult Services have 5 years of experience of taking care of adults with disabilities. For more information, call Lisa at 234-334-7547. And don't forget to tune in to She Vibes on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. EST.
What's going on, everybody? It is Timbuktu from Timbuk Tuesday. And you know, I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He'll get your house looking right in no time. Yo, Dave, I really appreciate you letting me do my thing over here at Redline Radio LLC.
Tim, ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Hey, well, you know I love them chicken wings. I got a couple buddies that's trying to come on and do a podcast. You got anything for them?
Heck yeah, we do. Just have them give me a call.
Bet. I'll have them call 440-503-0828.
Tim, don't forget to tell them that we're available on all social media platforms.
And you can't forget about the Redline Radio LLC app on the Google Play Store.
Damn, how'd I forget about that?
You was probably thinking about them little people again.
Damn, I probably was.
That's cool. They just trying to be a part of the winningest radio station in Cleveland.
And we got the hardware to prove it.
What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here from Money's Crazy Mind. And I don't know about you guys, but I know that sometimes after my trash has been picked up, man, does my garbage can smell like, well, trash. Well, if you have the same problem that I'm having, then you can reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC. They offer trash can cleaning and pressure washing. Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning is locally owned, eco-friendly trash can cleaning service in Northwest Ohio, serving North Ridgeville and the surrounding areas. You can reach Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC at 440-752-1533 or at their website, ftbcusa.com, or you can email Brandon at ftbcusa.com, or you can check them out on Facebook, FTBCUSA. And of course, if you mention Redline Radio while you book a service, you receive 10% off the first service. That's an awesome deal. And don't forget to reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning Service LLC today.
Yeah. And we are back. 11/11, 2/11, February 11th, 2023. I know you missed me and I missed you. Your boy Pablo. You know, gone last week, but I'm back again. You know what I mean?
Gone last week, you didn't notice.
I didn't either. Fuck all you. Y'all knew that was coming. Y'all knew it was coming. We knew it was. Yeah, but we are back. You know what I'm saying? One more round, another go. It is the TMI show on Redline Radio.
I like how you did that. I like it.
That's gonna be the kind of the new corn flame, and I am the host Pothole Pablo. I had to make everything right with the O. You feel me? And if y'all could tell, you have people wearing blue clothes, red clothes. Adrian looking like a red rose. I just made that up. I just freestyled the whole intro.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I'm joined by the livest, hottest family, the team. You know what I mean? You know how we do it. We make dreams come true. So enough about me. Let me pass it to you. I'm on fire tonight.
Bars.
With the Dorito on my mouth and everything. Thanks. It's great.
Another one of those. You got
Right.
with the Rito, get it, the D.
This guy here.
It's me, Adrian Sherrill, model, actress, brand ambassador, radio personality, stylist, owner of Body of a Goddess Beauty Studios. Follow me on all my media outlets at I_M_Adrian Sherrill. Slick Nick.
Going on. Y'all. Slick Nick from the 216 yard. You know y'all can follow that on IG. I'm here in the building with the other Cleveland All-Stars because I definitely am a Cleveland All-Star myself.
No shit,
You know, born and raised.
My man giving them some flowers. Give them some flowers.
And they never lived out of state.
Roses really smell like boo-boo.
You know what? The only thing that smell like boo, never mind.
I didn't shower. So
Never mind.
See,
See, he told on himself. I ain't have to say it.
I'm very honest, very true.
Very, very true. Okay. That's good.
Oh, you did this putting the cheese on the outside of the bag.
Who put the cheese on the outside? See? Who cut the cheese?
Wasting good cheese.
Oh yeah,
I did it. Now what? I choose the bag.
You know what? Don't eat his potato salad. We will not try your potato salad.
That's so good.
No, see, we really don't want.
Wait, we gotta get this famous intro.
Go ahead.
Sexy deli.
My guy.
Nick agrees.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
All right, hey, look, you said sexy deli. My God.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying. We don't judge around here, bro. 2023. I'm just saying.
You're the only one that did.
I didn't judge at all. I'm just
behind the ones and twos we got.
I was
gonna
actually
say, Tim,
welcoming
people be like, "Who that
him.
voice that be off camera?"
I was welcoming his presence.
The one, the only.
You hear what I'm saying? Hold on.
The
Just,
one and
before I
only.
get into him, I just want to let y'all
you-
understand what Nick just said. The man called us sexy
We
deli.
was trying to ignore it. It's like, I don't know if you caught it.
He said, I'm sexy deli. He was like, my guy. Then he was like, I'm really trying to enjoy his presence. So I'm like, I'm just saying that, bro. Not me.
We tried to ignore it. Hey, Nick. Oh God, we tried to ignore it, bro.
We tried to skip right past.
I couldn't.
We didn't make up last week.
Right.
Listen, man.
I don't take kindly.
There hasn't been a door that I've ever seen that I didn't want to walk through. So you left it open, bro. So I said, oh, what's in here?
Anyway, yeah.
But behind the ones and twos.
It's your boy Timbuktu, your girlfriend's favorite fat boy. Find me on Cuddlebutt.
What?
OnlyFans.com/Cuddlebutt.
Okay.
You can also find him on OnlyHams, OnlyPans.
OnlyFans.
Go subscribe to Tim's OnlyFans.
Baloney fans. Like, you can find them all over the place.
Call me Oscar Mayer on there.
Mr. Meyer.
I can't stand y'all.
Hey, ladies, do you want to see his Hasta Meyer on here?
Oh,
Not the Asta Arena.
Indeed. Well, speaking of winners.
It's one of my favorite movies too.
All right, enough of these.
All right, folks. All right. Well, I hope
let Tim
everybody.
finish his intro though. We just keep interrupting.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right, Deli. Tim,
That was it.
there we go. So tonight's show, we got a jam-packed show. Really dope topics. A lot of things that's happened in the world. And over the last 2 weeks, we've had a lot of things take place. Tonight we're going to be talking a little Drizzy Drake. My man's, it's a, of course, come in and talk to him. Have a deposition. Mr. Suave, but can't get recalled. We're going to be talking some China. in America, and we shooting down hot air balloons that keep on sitting over here and stuff. We got some updates for the Memphis cops and their bullshit. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh yeah, and we're also going to be talking about the Billboard's top 50 MCs. Because we all got our own personal list and whatnot, and we're going to talk about that list and see if we agree. So we're going to take a vote. We're going to take a vote. Which topic do we want to start off with?
You got a shot
You know what?
Depends on how we want this to go. Do we want to
I
start
was
off
about to,
light
I
and
was
go
about
heavy?
to do the low key. You had to be off.
Thank you.
We just all missing social cues today. Huh?
A little bit. So yeah, so we're going. So what topic do we want to
light and go heavy, or go heavy and stay out?
I'm always going heavy.
Wow.
Well, your
A lot of
love,
his jokes will make a lot more sense to y'all.
you might as well start light and go heavy because your love and light is kind of heavy too.
And the words of Jada.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go light. We're gonna go light. So we're gonna start light.
And build
Like
it
what
up.
I'm heavy.
Okay. All right. So let's
That's
start
like
light.
me. I'm slim, but
So
I
let's
fit.
just. Come on.
I look like, but it's heavy though.
Hey.
You lost the train of thought.
I don't understand that reference.
You lost the train of thought.
Real.
You lost it. Lost it. Bring it back.
I did too. I'm like, yes, come on,
Good
Saturday.
Saturday. Good old Saturday.
Yeah.
Back on it. So all right. So let's just start off
It's
like this.
Saturday before.
Let's talk the
Valentine's
Billboard's top 50 MCs list. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get up into it. So now they talking about the top 50 greatest rappers of all time. Number one, they have on the list. Let's see
That
here.
is so trash, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna start at the bottom, and I'm gonna give y'all the person at the very bottom, and I'm gonna give y'all the person at the very top. Right.
All right.
So at the very bottom,
Before you say that though,
Oh my gosh, I gotta
you gotta let them know
myself.
who.
Yes, that disclaimer. What the list came from?
this list was constructed by the people at Billboard. It was based upon determining these rankings. Billboard Vibe editorial teams opted to first limit the rap era to North America. So, for example, as is estimatable as his career is, British rapper Slick Rick isn't on the list
Really?
Why?
because he's
Why?
British. Okay.
So, what's his
Man,
name?
look, that don't
21
matter.
Savage? Which
His
one is
music
it?
was played
21 Savage?
on
I don't know if he's on the
He
list or
was
not.
gonna be on the top 50.
his music
But
was
he's
played
currently
over
in-
here.
Who?
The Slick Rick's music was played over here in the States. So
Well, they
like,
they said they want to stick to American rappers, so that's no.
Hell, I thought he was from New York.
man,
Well,
look.
Well, whatever. I can't go there, but they don't have Slick Rick on the list.
It's
Neither is
Billboard.
Osama bin Laden,
It's Billboard.
Jackie Chan.
They shouldn't be on the list.
How do you take one of the,
Whenever they drop the track, whenever they drop the
originals
track.
in the rap game and just be like, yo, you don't get to be on there? Like,
Yeah, that's kind
Just
of
because they drop fire to
I
mean they
better
drop
not-
the track.
North America. Damn it, Drake will be on the list because he's from Canada.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's North
Right.
America.
See, his music was played over here, right?
Yeah, but
But
it's not Britain.
he's the North American.
But most of the people in
So
Canada
put Slick Rick and
are
put some
like
respect
French
on
or
Slick
some
Rick
shit,
next.
right?
Yeah, but that was like a long time ago, man. They're just Canadian now, bro.
Yeah.
It's pretty much established. It's like saying, hey, aren't Mexicans like Spanish? Like, yeah, technically they are from
splitting hairs.
There we go. We're currently North American, okay? So they opted not to include the significant contributions of reggaeton and dancehall MCs on the list as well. So this
Sorry, Beanie Man.
so I'm trying to
Hold up, what about Nori?
Yeah, he out too.
I mean, I never consider him, but we also got to pick. Would Nori be considered the top 50
No.
MC? Okay, so there we go. We can just take him off the list because he just made it. He just want to make it list, even if he was American, okay? And I like Nori.
I just try to split hairs.
Ja Rule isn't on the list
Why is y'all not on the list?
because he's Ja Rule.
He was
That's
burning
why.
up, man. Hold on, wait.
MC, the more than I was
He was lighting up the charts in the 2000s though. So like,
No.
he
He
could
was,
at least make
he was lighting up, like, you know who was also lighting up the charts in the 2000s? Weird Al Yankovic.
He was.
Dude, he's not a rapper.
He's more like
Neither is Ja Rule.
He's not
Next, all right. Ja Rule is a Ja Rule. Like, he didn't really rap. He just a lot. Like,
He had a vibe.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Man.
It was like if
You can see, y'all don't know
Yeah,
how to
I
give
was gonna say,
respect.
that's why I said a vibe. No,
earned.
we
Yeah,
are giving him that. That's respect. He had a vibe.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Don't get me
I
wrong.
don't think he would put himself in the top 15.
No, he actually did though. He was
He
like he
did.
doesn't know a rapper.
He should be somewhere
He
on that
did.
He
list.
said he
Yeah,
doesn't
he
know a
did.
rapper
Josh should
alive
be
or
somewhere.
whatever.
Josh, if you hear
that's
me,
better
you should
than
be
him.
somewhere on that list, bro. For real.
How
Nick
about the one that
agrees.
took you out?
He should be. He should.
50's on that
I was
list.
gonna say, are we not forgetting that Curtis Jackson
All right.
murdered your career?
So the list is so basically it took a look at it took a lot of deliberation between these teams, and the discussion basically leads off into who contributed the most, sold the most. It's a combination of contribution, record sales. You feel me? Lyricism, contribution, record sales, lyricism. Right. So number 50 on the list is Ricky Ross. Boast.
They got him in the 50th slot.
In the 50th. So I'm going to run through these quick. And we'll talk about it. I'm going to run through them quick because I'm going to scroll down. Number 49, we got Reverend Run from Run DMC.
That's at the bottom.
Yes,
Way
I'm
at the
starting.
bottom
I'm starting there. That was number 50.
is the worst.
Number 50 is Rick Ross. Number 49 is Reverend Run. Number 48 is Melly Mel. Number 47 is MC Light. Number 46 is Jadakiss.
What is
Whoa!
wrong with y'all?
Hey, that kind of.
Stop. Wait.
We're gonna keep on. We're gonna keep on. We're gonna talk about this afterwards.
God.
I think you reading it wrong. I think
But we
number
go.
one.
Wait. Number 45 is Ice-T.
Oh,
Number 44
gosh.
is Queen Latifah. Wow.
Come on,
I
bro.
think
Number
it's
43 is Bun B.
wrong.
Number 43 is Bun B. Number 42 is Redman.
Somebody is
Number 41 is E40.
but we can't see the comments.
Number 40 is Dr. Dre.
Oh my God.
Number 39 is Ludacris.
I even make.
Number 38 is Gucci Man. Number 37 is Common. Number 38 is Yasin Bey, aka formerly Mos Def.
Is that?
Mos Def, formerly Mos Def.
Okay.
Number 35 is Future. Come on now, Future.
They gave Future
Come on,
over.
man.
Okay.
Oh, come on, bro.
All right, number 34
They
is Chuck
put
D.
Future above Jadakiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's
Right.
Wow.
all right, but we're gonna talk about this after we go
Wait,
through the
you
list.
said
Okay.
do 34
All right,
again.
number 34,
Oh,
number
listen to
34
this
Chuck D for Public Enemy. Wow. Number 33 is Busta Rhymes. Number 32 is T.I. Number 31 is Little Kim. Hey, Nick, let me get through the list. Cut his mic off.
My fault. Don't cut
Cut
my
his
mic
mic
off.
off.
Who was 31?
Number 31
That's my dog.
is Little Kim. Number 30 is Lauryn Hill.
Little Kim better than Jadakiss?
Cut her mic too.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get through the damn list.
He gonna get through the list, y'all. Come on.
Let me get through the damn list. All right, number 30 is Lauryn Hill. Number 29 is Pusha T. Number 28 is Black Thought. Number 27 is Q-Tip. Number 26 is Big Pun. Number 25 is Method Man. Number 24 is KRS-One. Number 23 is Curtis Blow. Number 22 is Ghostface Killer. 21 is DMX. Number 20 is Big Daddy Kane. Number 19 is Missy Elliott. Number 18 is Ice Cube. Number 17 is 50 Cent. Number 16 Scarface. Number 15 J. Cole. Number 14, the ladies love him, LL Cool J. Number 13, Rakim. Number 12, Andre 3000. Number 11, Kanye West. Number 10, Nicki Minaj. Number 9, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Number 8, Drizzy Drake. I think they put him there because his name rhymed. But with 8. Number 7 is Lil Wayne. Number 6 is Notorious B.I.G. Number 5 is Slim Shady, Eminem. Number 4 is Tupac. Number 3 is Nas. Number 2 is Kendrick Lamar.
I was about to say they better have him on there somewhere.
And who do you guys want to think is number 1?
I already know who number 1 is.
I didn't hear Jay-Z.
I already know who number 1. Jay is number 1.
We got Jay ranked number 1.
Because now with Jay, I mean, I don't want to take the floor. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead, because you really
Because because like he did just get inducted to the Hall of Fame, which that was right here in our city. Shout out and salute, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, I guess they just going more with stats at this point in time.
Well,
with him being in the number 1
well,
slot.
Eminem sold the most. I think Eminem is
Number 1 selling rapper in the
Yeah.
world.
And
so that's why I say it's a combination of all.
wait a
of them.
minute.
But
Go
that
back to
list is
that
so
list. 'Cause I
inaccurate.
didn't
That
hear
list
Lil
is
Wayne name coming back.
Yeah, he was
no,
number
he was
7.
a 7.
Oh, I was about
He
to
was a
say.
7.
I was about to say these.
It's a
really
combo.
don't-
It's a combo of it all. Probably
That
awards,
list is so
Grammys.
inaccurate. in my opinion.
Man, yeah, I feel like they should have.
I think I'm agreeing with Nick. I think it's based on stats. That's what. Yeah, it's got to be based on stats.
Well,
I
here's
mean,
the thing.
again,
I think they
Well, if it's based on stats, like I mean,
today. I think they today.
But if they talking top MCs though, like
Overall.
for
Nicki Minaj is never
selling
before Twitter.
artists, we talking about top MCs. How the hell did Big L not make that list?
okay, yeah, hey, that's a good point. And then see, since I'm such a T.I. fan, that's why I was so like
He should have definitely been a
you know
little
what I'm saying? That's
further
why
down
I'm
the
so
list.
kind of like
Maybe not
lost over
top-
T.I. because
Maybe not top, 10, but at least top
all right.
30.
So this is gonna be
his
something
mind
easy.
alone.
Give me some MCs that you guys know of that you did not hear on that list.
We are getting a caller here on the.
No,
Big
Big L. That's what I'm. That's
Biggie was on the list.
Yeah.
Biggie? Okay, cool.
This is Alex from Alexandria, Virginia. I just wanted to say, where the heck is Ja Rule, bro?
hey, but see,
Hey man, this is the most Ja Rule we talked about on.
Wait, we want to know why you feel Ja Rule should be on the list.
Yeah, why
Man,
should
I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like you would have been on the list, but like, when I didn't see his name show up, I was laughing my own way.
What's your favorite Ja Rule song?
it's murder.
He said, no comment.
What's your favorite Ja Rule song? You got me there, buddy. I've been patiently waiting.
no,
I'm gonna call a catfish on that
I
one.
feel like if they was gonna put,
That was Ja Rule.
That was his publicist.
I feel like he should have been on there as far as the people that they put on there as far as the record sales go and stuff, because he was definitely one of them top
Ja Rule?
sellers. But
For 3 years.
a lot of those people that's on that list
Murder Inc. was hot anyway.
should have been bumped out by so many other people. And the people that was on the bottom of the list should have been bumped
Yeah,
out
like,
by all the other
Definitely
people
got
on
higher
the
up.
top.
They said
Snoop
it's
should have
people.
been up.
Did I hear
Snoop?
Future was too high?
Yes.
Yes.
Was Snoop on the
He
list?
shouldn't have been on
Yeah,
number 9.
Snoop was number 9.
Future should not have been on that list.
What was Bartlett back?
Okay.
That-
So, yeah,
that
that's
was
a good
What was
idea.
Bartlett back?
That's a good question.
What was
You know what I'm
that?
saying? I want to know where Super Shocker ranks in the top 200. 200.
200.
Hell, stupid.
Oh yeah, how come Master P wasn't on that list?
Mystical.
Because he wasn't supposed to be on that list. They was right.
No.
No,
No,
no
There was
Master
a lot of
P,
people
no
that should have
Silky
been on that.
Shocker,
So I'm
no
still
Mystical,
y'all saying no limit
no
was hot in
C
97
Murder,
to
no
98.
Juvenile.
From
Styles
96.
P should have been on that list. I agree.
Styles P definitely should have been on that list. Straight up. Like, Styles P is one of the greatest MCs ever. Definitely should have been on that list. Let me think of another MC that should have been on that list that I did not.
If we putting Future at the top, we should have had Chameleonaire, Lil Flip. Like,
Oh yeah, Chameleon there on there.
What we doing? Like,
Where's Pimp C? Where was Pimp C on that list?
But
Pimp C
Pimp C
went up.
definitely should have made
They-
it.
they-
Where was Big Boy?
Bun B
so low? Why was Bun B so
Yeah,
low?
where's Big Boy? Like, if Bun,
Bun B
that's
was
what, if
definitely
Bun B made the list, Pimp C should make the list too. Cause, like,
Exactly,
to me,
because
them is one of the
they go together.
You feel me? Like, straight up. Like, it's like, honestly, I think Game should have made the list.
Game was
He's one of the top. He's definitely top 50 MC. Let me see here.
What about
What
Lloyd
about
Banks?
Killer Cam? He ain't doing nothing. Killer Cam? No.
Lloyd Banks was hard back in the
Cassidy.
day.
Lloyd Banks is
He
not a rapper.
ain't got a big enough body of work.
What about Cassidy?
Hunger for Mo was hard.
Cassidy?
It was definitely hard.
Cassidy.
Oh, you got
Cassidy.
Cass got on there.
Cassidy
Cass
should
had, you know what I'm saying, bars, metaphors, all that. You know what I'm saying?
If Mystical wasn't such a rapist, you think he would have made the list?
Hey, we ain't talking about that.
Exhibit
You know what I'm
didn't make
saying?
the
But
list
no,
either.
like,
Exhibit wasn't a top 50. Yeah, like,
Who would you take off
you
for
talking about
Cassidy,
albums
though?
and start pimping rides, right?
Who would you take off for Cassidy?
He went
You know, I take off for Cassidy.
Future.
Ross,
I mean,
Future. Fucking,
I'm taking Future off for
I
anybody,
don't
bro.
remember all the names that was on that list. It was just insulting me. Like,
oh, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back.
I would take a lot of that list off to put him on.
Would you take off Ice-T?
No.
No.
he deserved
No.
it.
You can't take the pioneers and rap
No,
off.
no,
That's
you should allow the
disrespectful.
pioneers.
Without
The people
them, it
that
wouldn't
started
be
hip hop, no, they need to be.
we
They
wouldn't
need to
even
be
know
some of the
where
higher
hip
ups.
hop was.
Honestly,
Yeah, you can't. That's disrespectful to them.
All right,
at
would
all.
you take off? Would anybody take off 50 Cent?
no,
No.
hell
Ice
no,
Cube.
No.
no.
Will anybody take off? Well, nah, we ain't gonna go Missy Elliott.
No.
No Big Daddy Kane.
No.
Okay. No DMX.
No.
No.
All right.
Hell no.
No Ghostface Killer.
Definitely no.
Okay.
I didn't really
Curtis
listen to
Blow.
his music.
No, you pioneers are
pioneers.
rap.
All right.
Pioneers.
A 4 or 5.
Don't even we're taking KRS One off.
No,
He's number
definitely
24.
not.
That's kind of
Definitely not. That's disrespectful in itself.
you feel me? Like KRS One to me is top 10.
Top 10 for sure.
Top, like easy. And it's not even
Top 5.
It could be top 5. It's like, and the thing is, once you get the closer you get to the top, the closer, you know what I mean, the more
You got a
jumbo
lot more
pack.
competition
Yeah,
at that point.
yeah, you do. You do got a lot more competition at that time.
I'm gonna keep it a buck though. Like I love
that was
Snoop.
disrespectful.
Like Snoop is my
Snoop
dog.
should not-
I don't feel like
Snoop should have been
Snoop
on
should have been
that
at the
list.
top, and
You
I
shouldn't be
love
that high. You feel me? Like
I love Snoop, but
I love
you
Snoop
shouldn't
too.
be at that high because
Wait,
yo,
you don't think
so wait a minute, I love
Nas
Snoop too.
deserves the number 3 spot?
yeah, Nas, yeah.
I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
he one of the
Yeah.
most, he one of the
Nas-
most respected
yeah,
in the
Nas
game
one
for
of the-
real.
yeah.
Okay.
Nas is one of the most
Yeah, I'ma
respected
give him his
MCs in
flowers.
the
All
game.
right, so I'm gonna keep on going. You know, I was surprised we didn't make the list. Well, no, I'm not surprised because I think, like, yeah, she probably needs some more time. Like Cardi B, I think she's really a dope female MC.
Yeah, she need more time.
Oh, yeah, she dope.
She dope, but yeah, I wouldn't put her in the top 50.
Why is Lauryn Hill on this list?
She is on the
She
list.
is.
Why?
What?
I said why?
What do you mean? Why?
Why? Because the miseducation was that damn good.
Are you tripping?
She's a singer.
I mean, yeah, I
That's
was gonna
not-
say
no,
she
she won an R&B.
was more of a singer, but I'm saying when she was with the Fugees,
I mean, she's an artist, but
You know what I'm
she's
saying?
mostly
But her
singing.
bars is crazy. Like the impact that they have.
Capture
the
your
truth
bounty
behind
like
the
Elliot.
conviction
Yes,
behind it,
yes.
You feel me? Like,
I mean, her
know.
music told a
shout
story.
out Lauren.
you feel me?
That
And,
part.
All right,
it's a story that people
so
can
Big
relate
Pun,
to.
he's ranked number 26. Keep the spot.
Cool.
Big Pun.
I say
Man,
he should
He
be.
had a nice career though, but
He should be like top 20 for
it
sure.
was short, but it was
But
nice.
he's the number one Puerto Rican
Yeah, it
selling
was.
MC.
He should
It,
definitely be
he
top
definitely.
20.
Y'all think he deserves to be on that list?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right. Black Thought.
Definitely.
Okay, absolutely. There's no doubt about it.
Take 9 should have been on
Pusha
I'm
T.
not hip.
Pusha T for
Pusha T
sure.
actually
for
should have
sure.
been on the list. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm say yeah.
Like here's the thing, number 29. Do y'all think that's too high for Push?
I don't
No.
know. Push
Okay.
had a good
I feel
career.
You know what? That's a good.
Yeah,
that's a good
top
spot
30,
for him.
top
Yeah.
30. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we already talked about Lauryn Hill. Little Kim, do y'all think she deserves to be on the list?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
though
Yeah.
Pioneers. Now we're gonna put
Yes.
Lil Kim up there.
Yeah.
I can't understand why we got MC Light way at number 49. Like
You
that's,
feel me?
that's
Like,
blowing.
yeah,
That's
disrespectful.
Kim's inspiration
And-
right
and
there.
Queen
Exactly,
Latifah.
bro. And Queen Latifah. Like
Disrespect,
we
bro.
talk
so
about
y'all
pioneer
think
women in
T.I.,
hip-hop.
he's number 32. All
My
right.
dude should have definitely been close to the top.
Busta Rhymes, he deserves a spot.
Definitely.
Definitely.
All right. Chuck D, he deserves a spot.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Future, he's number 35.
Shut
Y'all
up.
don't think?
we didn't
So
answer
right
that.
now,
I would take
Who would
him
answer that
over
question?
Rick Ross. No. As far as MCing, nah. Future shouldn't be on that list at all, to be honest with you.
At all. And I'm not changing my mind.
That we can all agree on. You're not taking it. Man, this
Wait,
dude don't
wait,
finish
hold on,
different.
hold on, wait. I got
With the
one.
dip,
I got one. How come he wasn't on the list? Dolph.
They'll make a bigger.
Dolph ain't a
Dolph ain't- he
MC,
ain't-
bro.
he ain't reached a big
Like,
enough
it's just like
audience.
Nip. You know what I'm saying? He's not on the list. Like,
Yeah,
Nipsey
'cause
should have been on the
But
list.
they ain't reached a big enough
No,
audience.
if Nip would have had a
Little
longer,
by
We
longer
talking,
time.
Longer
we
career, he
talking
would've made the
MCs
list.
and we talking hip hop music though, right?
yeah, but there's a lot of MCs that we're talking. It's a combination of the impact, the sales, and all that. You feel me? So
He had impact. Nipsey had impact.
sales and all that.
Man,
but
man,
only
we
two
found-
a certain
I
demographic.
found out
Yeah.
why
But to a
Nipsey's-
certain,
why-
most
why
people didn't
Nipsey's
even know who
music didn't
Nipsey
get out there.
was until he
Until
died.
he died. You feel me? And that's just facts, bro.
Same thing with Dolph.
I
Most people didn't even
didn't know
know
who
who
Nipsey was until he died. But
I did. I did.
Honestly though, I would
Always.
put more Rick Ross on that list.
I
and
would have.
definitely Future.
I definitely would have.
Yeah.
I always knew who Nip was.
And
just-
how
I
was
did
Lupe?
too.
Why?
How was
All right.
Lupe Fiasco
Most
not
def.
on that list?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, where's Lupe?
I was gonna say that. Like,
Where's
y'all
Lupe?
tripping.
How did they put Most Def so high up on
He's
that?
36.
No, most
Bro,
definitely
He
deserve it.
should have been.
How
All
did
right.
they? Yeah,
Oh, no, we got comment. Wait. It's
MC?
getting murky now.
Most def? Are you
You
serious?
got comment on there?
Most definitely. He's a lyric.
You know why I'm surprised?
Lyrics is like
Gucci
movie
Man made the
stuff.
list, but Young Jeezy didn't.
Oh, he didn't make it either.
That's weird, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that.
I mean, but
I don't
Gucci
think-
had more impact, so I can see that.
I think they
You
both had
feel
a
me?
certain amount of influence, like, because when
But T.I. was on the
Jeezy
list,
first
though.
came
T.I.
out,
from
man,
Atlanta.
Jeezy was like on
But
fire,
I
bro.
think Gucci had a few more hits than Jeezy
More
did.
than
Right on.
a few,
All right, then
more
we got
than a few.
Ludacris at
And he's
39.
still making hits. That's the thing.
Luda
Luda,
definitely
I feel
should have
like
been
Luda
higher.
should be on the
Luda
list.
should have been
I
higher.
should have
I
been
think
higher.
he should have been higher.
I feel like he should have been
He's
top
just
30.
he's right above Dr. Dre. I don't know how Dr. Dre.
Dre
How does
should've
Dre
been
on the
higher.
list?
Ludacris,
He was right now.
he,
His lyrics.
he,
He
he,
wasn't
crossed,
MC. He was a producer.
he was he was able to cross into different lanes that most rappers have
Dre
not been able
invented
to do.
gangster
Like
rap. Dre introduced gangster rap.
He introduced it, but he didn't create it. He
No,
didn't
no,
make none of
I
it.
don't think
Because
Dr.
it was
Dre was
Easy E.
more of a
Was
Easy E
Easy on the list?
no.
No,
Easy didn't write either.
he didn't write either.
He didn't
Ice
write
Cube.
either.
That was Ice Cube. and
Ice
Dre.
Cube.
Yeah, I know Ice Cube did all the writing, but I'm saying like
as
I'm
an
just
MC,
talking
you
about in
gotta
terms
write
of
your own
Yeah.
shit.
artists, man.
That's the qualification that just can't be overlooked as an MC. Like,
No,
the artist is cool. You feel me?
And Dre was more about producing beats.
Ruff was an underrated MC.
Right, he was
man.
more produced.
Like that was like
He definitely was.
we got E40. He made number 41.
I feel like, I feel like I would
He should have made 40.
I would take that.
40s.
You would take that? All right, we got Redman.
I don't think he should have been on nowhere near
What?
the 40s. Nowhere near the
You
40s.
think he should be
He
higher?
should have been, higher on the list, on the closer to the number one side.
Yeah,
You
like,
feel me?
yeah.
I mean, so many
it was
spots.
just
So we got
so
Bun B
quick.
at 43. Do we deserve his spot?
Yeah.
Bun should have been higher, man.
He definitely should have been on the list.
Man, y'all gonna have like a top for 10 if everybody keep on moving up higher.
I'm just saying.
I
We
know,
got Queen
I'm not-
Latifah at 44.
I'm not putting Bun B.
So Queen Latifah is there. Ice-T is there. You got Jada at 46.
That's
He's there.
Disrespect.
MC Light, he's there. Melly Mel.
Melly Mel, I haven't heard too much of Melly Mel.
Me neither.
I know who Melly Mel is, but I haven't heard too much.
Legend, he deserves a spot. He deserves.
I feel like
That's
pioneer.
he's
You
one of
feel
them
me? Like,
pioneers.
Then
He one of them.
we got Reverend Run at 49. Then you got Ross at 50. So when you think about the list, it's only been like one. I think Future was probably the most glaring one. We like he's the only one, but everybody else were like all of them. Literally, we went down the list and everybody else on the list. We like they need to be moved higher.
Yeah,
So who would you bring them down for? Because you got Eminem top 5, you got Nas, you got Biggie, you got Pac, you got Jay.
like
I'm not
the top
10.
I didn't have
You
a
do the
problem
top
with
10 again.
Snoop is at 9.
No, Snoop is at
No,
9.
okay, now I
Go
have a problem
to
with
the top 10 all over.
All right, let's go back to the top 10 again. The top 10 all over again. All right, we're going to do this one more time. All right, let's do this. All right, so we're going to go back to this top 10. I'm going to start at number 1 and work down. So we got Jay-Z at 1. Oh,
Ain't nobody else.
Hov did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. We got Kendrick Lamar at number 2.
Definitely.
I think that might be a little too high.
No.
I feel like M should be over.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
We got Nas at 3. We got Pac at 4.
I feel like it should have been Jay.
We got 2. I think Pac should be
I was
higher than
gonna say,
Kendrick.
if
In my opinion,
I'm
Pac
gonna
should be
say-
higher than Kendrick, bro.
I
Pac
would
should
have
be at
said
least
yes. I could say
Top 3
the top 3
If
should
Jay
be
gonna be 1,
Jay,
Pac should be
Nas,
2.
and Pac.
Biggie should be 3.
They made the biggest impact.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we talk about real hip hop,
Jay,
those
Pac,
were your real
and
hip hop
Biggie should
artists.
be
For
the
sure.
top 3.
Like
Literally.
Kendrick is coming into that, but they paved the way for Kendrick to come into that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I would agree with that too.
So we got Pac at 4. And then we got Eminem at 5. And we got Biggie at 6.
I would have
Oh,
still.
that's tough.
I would have
tough.
still.
That's what
put-
I'm
So
saying.
here's the thing.
Bro, he should be top in the
No,
top
here's
3.
the thing. He should be in the top 5 because I would still move Kendrick down.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
will move Kendrick down.
Down and
Kendrick
put-
should be where
and-
Biggie at,
Yeah,
and
and
Biggie
yeah.
should be where Kendrick at.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so Biggie should be 2.
No.
Well,
We're
as far as
we're
what we
moving
was
him
just-
after the
All
number
right, so
5.
yeah,
My
gotcha,
opinion.
gotcha.
Mhm.
So Kendrick should fall out to top 5.
yeah,
Yeah.
he should be 6. If you got,
He can stay in the top
Jay,
10, but he's
Nas,
definitely not in the top 5.
Pac,
All right, cool. So let's go
Yeah.
down to the next row.
Yeah.
We'll go from 5 to 10. All right, so we got 6 at Big. So we bring Kendrick out of the top 5.
And putting Big in.
Moving Big up to the top 5. We got Lil Wayne at 7. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Because part of me is like, maybe Wayne should be higher.
No,
I feel like
We got Drake at
over
8.
Wayne lyrically.
Yeah, literally Kendrick over Wayne.
Yeah, all
but
day. We got Drake at 8, Snoop at 9, and we got Nicki Minaj at 10.
I'm gonna take Nicki and I'm gonna take Snoop out.
Yeah, that's
Period.
Would y'all leave Drake in the top 10?
Drake, believe it or not, even though
Over Snoop, really?
I would put Drake
yes,
lyrically over
lyrically,
Snoop.
lyrically, yes. Yes.
Lyrically, but I won't put
As
Drake
far
in the top 10.
on the
I'm
culture,
gonna keep him in the top
Snoop
10.
got it, but
I want to put Drake in the top 10.
I'm gonna put him in.
I put him over Snoop in the top 10.
I'll put Jadakiss over Drake.
I would have put Jadakiss in my top 10.
Drake
As
should be in
crazy
the top
as
20.
as
no
crazy,
way
I would have put
Jadakiss should
Kanye
come
in
in
the top
there.
10 because
Drake
as
cannot be
crazy
in the
as he
top
is,
20 right
Kanye's still a lyricist.
Wait, what? Drake's gonna be in the top 20.
Nah, I don't know. You, I
I'm
don't
doing all
know.
that. No. He did too much like
versatile,
wavy
but
shit.
we talk about him on the rap side. We
Yeah.
don't talk about him on the R&B side.
I don't know.
Y'all still thinking about
We talk
Aubrey
about
Graham.
MCs.
I'm talking about him on the rap side.
The Degrassi,
Yeah.
Degrassi Drake.
He started off rapping way more than he was singing when
Right.
he first started off.
Drake just knew how to be. Drake was smart enough to flow with the crossover.
Let me ask you a question,
That's what
Billy.
he was.
Do
He
you
was
think
smart
Drake should
enough
be
to
above Big
crossover.
L?
No, hell fucking.
And Big L ain't even on the list. So how's Drake in the
That's
top
what I'm
20?
saying. Like,
There we
there's
go.
so many people that's not on that list that
Exactly.
has
So
been
how is Drake
booted out.
even gonna make the top 20?
I mean,
And there's people that
Yeah,
after
I'm
this
still
list,
on-
would you put
Off
Drake
of
over
what's
Styles
on
P?
there.
Would
Off
you
of
put
what's on
Drake
there.
over Styles P?
No.
Okay then, and Styles P ain't on the list. Would you put Drake
But
over?
this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about from what's actually on that list.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If Drake ain't even better than cats, if there's cats that's not on the list that we would put over Drake, how was Drake in the top 20? You see what I'm saying?
Because the people who made that list
Because
got
the
a
list is
different.
all out of
They
order.
got a different listening ear than we got.
Right. So I think that's why my opinion Drake, because there's other MCs on this list that should be higher than Drake.
Yeah,
There's
I
other
agree.
MCs that should be
But
higher than
I'm
Drake.
not putting
Let
him
me ask
all
you a
the way
question.
down in those.
Yeah, I ain't
Okay, Ross One, do you think he should be higher than Drake?
Yes.
Okay then. Rakim, higher than Drake?
Yes.
Okay then. DMX, higher than Drake?
Yes.
Okay then. So like now he's really falling out the top 10 right now.
I mean,
When you
yeah,
think about
yeah.
it
Again, like I said,
But he's still
you got
important.
Snoop
again.
in the top
Method
10.
Man, would you put him above Drake?
Yes.
Okay then. So now we move
But like
on.
I said, I'm only going off of what the list
I'm
actually
just
is.
going on. Yeah, I know.
Snoop
Off
should
the
not.
list.
And then see, y'all naming artists that was in our era too, though. You know what I'm saying? These
All
artists
right,
that
so let me-
we
That's why I
came
say
up
they
with.
got a different listening ear than us.
Would y'all put? Let me see here. Would y'all put?
Well, no, because they ain't putting a lot of the artists that's in
Would
this
y'all put
new era.
Kanye West above Drake?
Yes, I said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I'm just Andre 3000.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. Yes.
All right.
That nigga
Would
should have been in
Rakim-
the top
all right.
10.
So we said
That-
Rakim.
So I
right.
get it. So now you're
Right,
not.
they
Would y'all put
they-
Cool J
Um,
above Drake?
Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of got the same rap style. If you
Would you
really
put J
think about
Cole above Drake?
Who?
J Cole.
Lyrically, yes.
Okay.
it. If you think,
All right. Would y'all put
like,
Scarface above Drake?
Drake and,
Yes.
and LL
Okay.
both was towards
Boom. Drake is just falling out the top 20.
I told you he was falling out. I just said that.
He's not in the top
Drake
10.
started
But
off
that's what I'm
rap,
saying.
rap,
He
but
should
now
be
he
there
moved
before
more like
Snoop.
towards like the
He should be
women.
there before
And
Snoop.
that's how
though.
LL
Like I
did.
said,
LL
he's
started
not
off
what
with
the
Mama
list is
Said Knock
actually
You Out
reading.
into
Honestly, LL started off with I Need
Would
Love.
y'all put 50
No,
Cent
no,
above
no,
Drake?
no, 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 no,
So we
no,
put 50
no.
what?
No, I Need Love wasn't before.
That was after he
yeah.
got that. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely did Mama
I
Said
think
Knock You Out
Rock the
before.
Bell
That
came
was
out
okay.
before
So I'm saying,
I Need Love and shit. Remote Radio. That was his first one. Radio was his one.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Then he
I'm bad. I
transitioned
was
over
watching
to the
like a
Drake
jelly bean.
side.
Yeah,
You
that's
feel
what I
me?
said. They both transitioned to that.
Because they seen it was more appealing to more
They seen
people.
it was more money in that
Yeah.
going that
all right,
era.
so my
Everybody
mistake,
say listen to
whenever
rap.
I Need Love came out, that
They,
kinda
got,
just-
they found a way to
that
bring the
brought a
women
new
into
that brought
it.
a new wave. That brought a new wave. They're like, we didn't know that he could do it like this.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, it brought the women into it, and women gonna be your biggest consumers.
Oh, well, let's get. Guess what? Speaking of consuming, we got some sponsors
Yeah.
that we gotta present. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more TMI show when we come back. Speaking of Drizzy Drake, my man seems to be in a little bit of hot water
Hey,
over
that
the
transition.
and murder of Extension.
Who's not on the list?
So yeah, we'll be right back with that. We're gonna get into that and check out some commercials. TMI show, Red Line Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here from Money's Crazy Mind. And I don't know about you guys, but I know that sometimes after my trash has been picked up, man, does my garbage can smell like, well, trash. Well, if you have the same problem that I'm having, then you can reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC. They offer trash can cleaning and pressure washing. Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning is locally owned, eco-friendly trash can cleaning service in Northwest Ohio, serving North Ridgeville and the surrounding areas. You can reach Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC at 440-752-1533 or at their website, ftbcusa.com, or you can email Brandon at ftbcusa.com. Or you can check them out on Facebook, FTBC USA. And of course, if you mention Redline Radio while you book a service, you receive 10% off the first service. That's an awesome deal. And don't forget to reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning Service LLC today.
What's going on, everybody? It is Tim Buck 2 from Tim Buck Tuesday. And you know, I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He'll get your house looking right in no time. Yo, Dave, I'm trying to go out to Vegas and get wasted. You know where I can go get something?
Tim, it's funny you should ask, man, because I got the perfect spot for you to go and get tore up from the floor up and get the best tequila in Vegas.
Say where? Where's that?
That is at the Rusty Spur Saloon.
Okay, say where? I'm trying to see what that be like.
Yeah, make sure you stop in there. Stop and see my homeboy Mike. Tell him that Redline Radio from Cleveland, Ohio sent you there.
Bet. I'm about to go see Mike right now.
They were voted the best hole-in-the-wall bar in Vegas. What's that spot name again?
The Rusty Spur Saloon, you said.
That's right. They are located in fabulous Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah. That's the spot.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jess from She Vibes, and Detroit Auto Parts is the official parts store of Redline Radio. They have two convenient locations on the east side, East 200th Street. You'll call 216-531-7373, or the west side, Pearl Road, at 216-398-7373. Mention Redline Radio and receive 10% off your purchase. And always remember, it's definitely a vibe.
Comedian Sean Boyd from Just Therapy. I got to talk to you about something important. Growing Wings Adult Services. You know, they're actually the official sponsor of the new state-of-the-art Studio 2 for Redline Radio LLC. But Growing Wings Adult Services, they have been in business for 5 years. They have 5 years experience of working with adults with disabilities. If you need more information, you got to call my girl Lisa. Call her at 234-334-7547. Don't forget Growing Wings Adult Services, and make sure you ask for Lisa.
We back on the
We back.
good stage.
Back on the TMI show. We love talking about the Billboard Top 50 MCs. One of the MCs that we were talking about,
Your boy Drizzy Drake.
Light Skins for the Win.
I love Drake. That back to back was rough. I'm a
I
legend.
mean, I ain't
too.
saying Drake ain't, you know what I'm saying, talented. Definitely bumped Drake, and he a fellow Scorpio.
Well, Drake is facing a court order to either sit for deposition or appear in court in connection with the ongoing Extinction murder trial. Prosecutors have never claimed that Drake, real name Aubrey Graham, was involved with his death. Instead, they argue that XXX name, I can't pronounce his name.
Oh, I was going to pronounce it.
Jose Onforo.
Yeah.
Was killed in June 28, 2018 during a robbery outside a motorcycle store that quickly escalated into violence. The theory that Graham is somehow connected to Onfro's death comes from Mauricio Padilla, a defense attorney on one of the three suspects, Dedrick Williams. Williams, along with Michael Boatwright and Trayvon Newsom, pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. So,
Wow. Hold up.
So why do they?
That's deep.
If I was Triple X, I'm sitting there on the grave like, man, if y'all don't let that go, because I'd rather go out thinking I got robbed than think that an R&B nigga slid on me.
Well, according to Billboard, Drake
That's
is
the Tusi
he's an
side.
MC, just not an R&B singer. But here's the thing, though.
What
Like
my
whoever
boy,
said just because,
Soulja
like,
Boy said,
this one thing with this whole thing kind of got me asking me a couple questions of what people think, like what is a gangster or what's not, or what people like has people not ever paid attention to people who've committed murders and stuff before? It'll always be the person you least suspect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing.
Famous
Wait.
Jackson.
So here's the thing. Not to say nothing, but if I was Drake, who like I would be able to slide off all my enemies because everybody would do exactly what you said. He's an R&B dude. I could get away with it. He got the money, the resources, the connections.
And he don't use Twitter finger.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, but it's crazy though because everybody said the R&B stuff. But if you listen to some of his songs, he be body bags in exchange for Louis bags. You feel me? Y'all ain't heard about that. Y'all hear that line, did you?
He definitely he definitely killed Meek Mills. He killed.
Let me ask you a question. You know who sang R&B? Who made R&B? Ike Turner. You don't think he'll slide?
I don't know, nigga. I don't know, dude. He can't slide nothing no more.
I'm just saying though.
Not on no dude. I'm with you. Not on no dude.
Hold on. All right. Well, I'll give you one better then. Y'all don't think James Brown would have slid on somebody?
Hell yeah.
All right then. That man was a singer
slid on somebody.
He said he didn't know karate. He knew crazy.
He was a funk.
He said it's time.
I was gonna say James Brown
big payback.
He was about that life.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I think James Brown was really about that life for real.
I don't think Drake had
After hearing payback, I'm like, oh yeah, he really about that life.
Because
But no, I see what you're saying though. You feel me? Like the person you least expect could be the one that's gonna get away with it because they got that velvet glove on that iron hand.
Yeah, and then on XX, I remember they were talking about on his Instagram 4 weeks before he was killed. He posted, "If something happens to me, if I'm ever murdered."
Oh yeah, the little speech.
He said it was his account was hacked or whatnot. You know what I'm
But here's my thing: why?
they had some people going back and forth, and he did say something crazy about Drake's mother.
Oh, okay, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, right there, right?
About a Scorpio's mother.
That's it. Like
He was
about anybody's
talking
mama.
about
That
he
really
smashed
care
his
about their
mama
mama.
and stuff like
Right.
that.
They really care about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. And then here's the thing. You know,
I want to say this shit to Eminem. He had this or with you.
Oh wow, come
my
on.
mom. Well, what about you? My mom. Well, guess what? I did too. Hell no. Fuck my mom with an aardvark, an aardvark in a hard park, with a park in a car park in a car park.
Yep. Literally.
He used to dog
I
his
made a
mama,
hard
his
park.
baby
It's a hard
mama.
park that something back in the tree bark.
Oh my
Make the dog bark.
Eminem needed counseling.
Yeah, but like
At
you
some
know,
point.
Oh, I had one too before you started talking. Go
But
ahead.
it's all good. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird because it was just like I kind of in my own mind I'm not giving a shit, but I was like, man, if they ever like take this to trial, I'm pretty sure that light skinned dude is going to end up on the stand or some fashion just because of everything that was surrounding that. You know what I mean? So, there's a lot of MCs out here that's real about what they do, and that's also discreet. And in that case, I would say like, you know, honestly, and this is gonna sound weird, but Drake could end up being like the most gangster dude in the game. You don't know about it.
Drake got away with putting hot sauce in his
also
condom.
mafia shit, because here's the thing. We gotta think back.
And burning the bitch.
He got what?
He put hot sauce in his condom.
In his condom
Yeah,
or on his condom?
Yeah, the girl tried to one up and tried to go take the condom and put it. Yeah, she caught something real quick.
Yeah.
Wasn't a baby.
Yeah, and yeah.
She caught that
And
red.
see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, for real, people forget.
Yeah.
What do you think the definition of gangster is? Like, what do you like gangster isn't somebody gangster, the opposite of gangster is getting on your records and telling all your business and you know all the beefs like that is not gangster. And we gotta think, and we gotta actually twist it like
a lot of people ain't never did nothing in their life.
That's thuggish.
Yeah, that's
like gangsters like that, like if you're gonna do something, you are not gonna broadcast and talk about it, especially if you want to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Real ones anyway.
Here's the thing, you know, and so when it comes down to Drake, I mean, like it's like, yo,
hey.
All I'm
But
saying
guess
is,
what? If he did, he gonna get off on it.
I wouldn't want nobody revealing that.
Who did they gonna find him guilty or something?
I'd rather them think that it was just some random, you know,
exactly
niggas than to think.
Yeah, he gonna twist that and make that story fit for him. That they not about to tag that.
I mean, it's good publicity either way it goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now he's getting a little bit more street credit. He
Drake
have to
got
do
a
nothing.
Jewish lawyer, man. He ain't worried about
that. At all.
Nah.
Them motherfuckers know the law. They know the ins and outs of it.
Because I mean, then like Young Thug is like, damn, are you Jewish? Are you just regular white?
Young Thug, his whole team.
Man, and it's getting bad. Like it's over with for that guy.
Yeah.
Like it's over with. Like they ain't no getting out of that one, man.
The only person that did switch up on him was the nigga he ain't like.
That's crazy.
Who's that? The dude he was beefing with?
Yeah.
And like he tried to have him killed.
Crazy how your
that's the only person that's still strong with you.
Code and the people around.
Right. And then what's funny is like them dudes is trying to act like, no, I ain't snitch. I just told him that, you know, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like
I ain't pointing no.
I ain't saying it was Young Thug, but all I'm saying is the Thug was young.
Yeah.
He had a gun.
Yeah, Young Thug.
But you know what? Hey, it's like you live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all got all this money. You know what I'm saying? That y'all done made. You know what I'm saying? Like all this music y'all done put out for the world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done got people to dance and vibe and y'all stuff.
And
it's
then
like,
they
come on, y'all gotta think smart, man.
Here's
You
the
know what I'm
thing,
saying?
You ain't thinking about your family and
It's a lot of
situation.
people that
But
could
people forget
possibly
there's a
look up
lot
to
of
them.
there's rich gangsters out there. It's not like gangsters get like they don't like a lot of gangsters they get rich because they want to get rich. It's not like they're gangsters to stay poor. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
So when people have that mentality of
But that's the difference between a
that's the
thug
problem,
and a gangster.
and
you
rap
feel me?
though.
or
You know what I'm saying?
Thug, gangster, whatever. Pablo Escobar, the dude was one of the richest people on the planet. He was still killing people.
So is that why you
Everybody want to be
Is that
Big
why you
Meech.
named yourself Pablo?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
At
he
that
bought
point,
him.
it was
He
more
had
so
him
about
in the
his
studio and dropping
reputation.
some mixtapes out there.
It was more so
Is that
about
why
his
you used to name
reputation
Pablo?
at that point, because if you get to a certain level and motherfuckers know you for, you know,
Yeah, but what
certain
is Young
shit,
Thug's reputation? He literally called himself Young Thug.
but he also wore dress.
Like, and he called himself Slime
Yeah,
Gang.
like who really thought Young Thug was a thug?
Huh?
These guys walking around in kilts.
Thought it was a name.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing. That's why I say I
With
don't.
painted nails.
There's dudes in jail that wear dresses that will carve everybody up at this type.
That is very true.
So I don't like. So when it comes
But
down
that
to
don't
that,
make him a thug. That make him a killer.
like here's the thing. There's a dress code ain't assigned to a thug or a gangster. None of that stuff. It's about what they actions is what determines that label, not what they wear or not what kind of music they do, or you know what I'm saying. People got to remember, like we get so romanticized with what society tells us what a gangster or a thug should look like or be like. We forget, like, look. Or even what a killer look like. You know how the reason why serial killers get away with serial killing is because everybody thinking that a serial killer is supposed to be some old weird looking white dude in a beard, but he's regular Scott.
Walking right next to you in
Right
church.
next to you, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Clean
why.
shade.
The reason, you know what I'm saying? So when we say things
So
like,
he'll leave no evidence of it.
You feel me? Like,
And that's true. That part is true.
yeah, and so, you know, it's like, but hip hop it is different because you got, it's weird.
Because it's a thug culture more so than a gangster code. You feel me? Like, you already said it. Like, gangsters move differently.
Hey, Young Thug
Real
gonna be walking
deep.
around here looking like Bobby Smurder now, wearing pink coats and shit.
He was already doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
Cameron wore pink coats.
But see, that's what
you
they.
ain't seen Bobby Smurder's
Yeah,
movie.
I saw that. I saw that coat.
That boy got pink and purple swirls in it.
I
A
saw
lot of
that
women
this
said that
morning.
coat was cute.
Hey, that coat was
But
cute.
look,
And for women,
but
It
the
was.
nigga,
I
hey,
ain't gonna
one
even lie to
thing
you.
you can't say about Bobby,
I can see
that
Nicki
nigga
Minaj
is
in it.
you can't say he a snitch.
No, he was. He
That nigga stood on his
10 toes
shit.
down.
You feel me? Bro, he knew what he was getting into, and he stood
Right.
on it. He ain't fold because there was,
Well,
the
he
pressure
told it
got
in
on.
a different way, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
See, that's what they say about gangster
I'm
and
not
rap.
getting
You know what
involved in
I'm
that
saying?
conversation.
That's what
I
they
ain't
say
gonna
about
lie,
the
Shout out
two.
Bobby Smurder, man. You a real one, bro.
Yeah, bro, you
Real
stood
talk.
10 toes on what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
But-
He stood on it, and
What people forget is when you got these artists, and especially when they're young and we're in a different day and age, like some of these artists, they getting famous and they getting rich without a label, without
and they
structure
don't got no
around them.
guidance,
You feel me? So, they're 21, you're a millionaire, and
they
you
don't know what
wasn't
to
a
do.
millionaire last year, but you still got beef in the street. You still, you know what I'm saying? It's
I
not
was
like
gonna
that
say,
stuff went away.
some of them,
Right.
they
You know what I
still
mean?
they still loyal to their
You
culture. They
still
still
got-
got
you
to
still
prove
got
that they
your
still
homies.
down with the hood.
You
Like,
still got homies that's not
Yeah.
rich like you, right? So here's the thing: people think, oh, well, why these young black dudes they get this money and then they still act ignorant. Well, think about it like this: if you're
Money
21
don't
years
change
old, you gang affiliated or street affiliated, and yeah, you rich, but your homeboy is not. All of them ain't got records. All of them, you know what I'm saying? So they still in the hood, right?
Mhm.
Now, if one of your homeboys get popped, you know what I'm saying? And just like it would be before, not before you got this money. You know what I'm saying? If one of your homeboys got popped, you know what I'm saying? You would have like
Y'all gonna do
retaliation
what
was in
y'all
order. You
did.
feel me? Now, what's the difference? But the difference is
You
if
got
you got
money.
money, you got a little bit more resources. Now we can buy some. You know what I'm saying?
Now you can afford to get into
We
more
can get,
shit.
we can get right. You know what I'm saying? So
We
people
can
don't
buy
think.
somebody to do the work
Just
for us.
don't think that money, and it goes back to our adage. Money don't change people. It just it magnifies who you really are. You feel me? So here's the thing. Just because a cat makes records and sells millions of records, he's not about to become a born again Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why do people? Why the hell do people even get this idea? Oh, well, he ain't chased off wrong. Like, what you?
And it's always the people that ain't never reached those type of
And
accolades
What did you
that's
think
always
was
got
going to
something
happen?
to say
You
about
feel
it.
me?
You got to think about it too, though. Like, say he did get rich, and he did change up. Now you got your boys in the hood
They
looking
gonna
at you
say,
like
"Oh, he switched up."
he switched up. So now
The
you
streets
got to
ain't
worry
you ain't
about
gonna sell no
the
records. The streets is gonna say, "Oh, you ain't in the hood. You ain't fucking around the hood." You can't even drop records that's not like one moment, like say for instance, Young Thug coming out the streets and then he's like, now I made this man, I'm about to drop gospel music. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to make positive
Yeah.
music. You
Like,
know what I'm
who
saying?
did that? Mace did that.
DMX did that.
Mace.
You feel me? And nobody questioned DMX on, the type of music that he was making that was different from, you know what I'm saying? Because DMX was DMX.
I was going to say,
You feel
DMX
me? He was
DMX.
who he was.
He
and
had already been
nothing more,
in
nothing
his
less.
own lane.
You feel me? He
In the
carved
music
his own
industry,
way.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
He didn't have to adhere
it can
to
be
what
done.
people thought was
so
supposed to be
yeah,
who
like
he
I
was.
said,
It can't be
Mason,
done, but that's
Reverend Brown was the first person to do it. He went from a rapper to a rapper.
Yeah, but Run DMC is not like they were like spitting the most.
It wasn't, but they was pioneers.
I mean, I think he seemed like he was a reverend back then too. Because that's why he called himself Reverend
Yeah.
Run. Like he's
Yeah,
always
so-
been a preacher.
Yeah, that's probably not the most accurate depiction. But you know what I'm saying? As far as DMX, like he stayed true to who he was. Like he even checked himself when he felt like he was getting too Hollywood, or you know what I'm
He
saying?
did.
Like,
He
no, this is
definitely
who
did.
I am. Like, if you strip all this away from me today, I'm still the same man that
And
I was.
And I respect him for that.
Bro, that's my favorite rapper of all time. Even not the most lyrically, not
in a case like
he was the most true.
First, for somebody like Drake, though, if he was involved in this, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't, he ain't from the streets. You know what I'm saying, per se, or had to, be out there and it's like you really you got some cats, they don't get involved in that stuff until after they get rich because they wasn't even around that stuff. Because to be around certain street cats, you got to have money. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in certain areas, certain spots. And if you wasn't around those cats before and you around them now, I'm not saying they were cats that didn't come up in the birds, but then they go down to the hood to hang around with hood
Drake
cats.
was born into riches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not from the hood per se. You know what I'm saying? So that's his situation will be different.
Like that's what make him
he was born to Aubrey Graham.
That's what they confuse in hip hop and rap music. You know what I'm saying? Being a gangster and being a rapper.
And that's another thing too.
He never claimed to be a gangster. He never claimed to be a gangster.
I'm talking about
just hanging around a lot of
rapping hip hop.
The only thing Drake claimed to be is Drake.
Yeah.
Period. That's it.
So that's why I
I'm just
respect
talking
Drake
about
too.
with
Like
rap and hip
he
hop
stayed true to
and,
who he
and
is.
Yeah,
mainstream.
he ain't never folded. He Drake.
Yeah, light skin.
I respect Drake.
I do too.
I respect him. I respect him. You know what I'm saying? I just while I listen to his
What's
music,
wrong with the? I
I
like
just
the
need
light
some.
skinned boy.
I just have to have like, hey, man, like, look,
I like anybody with melanin in them. I like human beings that are good people.
indeed, you know what I'm saying? He's just a little bit more shea butter required. That's all. Just throwing some shea butter before you listen to him.
He's just a little shiny around the
A
outside.
little lavender, and then you can just listen to Drake all day.
What's wrong with lavender? Lavender
I
puts
love
you
lavender. That's like
in
my
a
brings
nice
favorite
peace.
mood.
plant.
It
Exactly.
brings
What-
peace. You know?
That lavender just like it just relieves the stress and it just puts you in that mood.
Straight up. All right, now we're going to take another commercial break because we are at the 11 o'clock, bottom of the hour. We still have two more topics to go. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be coming back. When we come back, we're going to be talking about our friends in China. Apparently, they're sending objects over here to the United States, and we keep on shooting them down. What is going on? Are we preparing for some type of world-changing event? Are these just balloons? Do they just want to try to, link up and get our Wi-Fi or Netflix passwords? What's going on?
Man, I can't wait to talk about this.
We'll be right back after these messages. TMI Show, Red Line Radio.
What's going on, everybody? It is 10 Buck 2 from 10 Buck Tuesday. And I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He'll get your house looking right in no time.
What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here from Money's Crazy Mind. And I don't know about you guys, but I know that sometimes after my trash has been picked up, man, does my garbage can smell like, well, trash. Well, if you have the same problem that I'm having, then you can reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC. They offer trash can cleaning and pressure washing. Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning is locally owned, eco-friendly trash can cleaning service in Northwest Ohio, serving North Ridgeville and the surrounding areas. You can reach Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC at 440-752-1533 or at their website, ftbcusa.com, or you can email Brandon at ftbcusa.com, or you can check them out on Facebook, FTBCUSA. And of course, if you mention Redline Radio while you book a service, you receive 10% off the first service. That's an awesome deal. And don't forget to reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning Service LLC today.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Shy from She Vibes, and Growing Wings Adult Services is the official sponsor of the State of the Art Studio 2. Growing Wings Adult Services have 5 years of experience of taking care of adults with disabilities. For more information, call Lisa at 234-334-7547. And don't forget to tune in to She Vibes on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. EST.
And we are back.
Like we never left.
I did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're back. You know what came back? Another flying object. I was just trying to figure out another way. Make it work. Work? Yes. So, U.S. military shot down a high altitude object over Alaska airspace on Friday afternoon. The object was roughly the size of a small car compared to the spy balloon that the U.S. shot down last week. The object was flying at least an altitude of 40,000. So, doing some research on this. Now, reports are that China is getting their citizens prepared for a war. What war? We don't know.
No, they say that. Who they going? They going over there?
Well, I mean,
What?
right now, we, where the world is, war is war equals money. That's always, it's the economy. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about winning, because when was the last time? Like, nobody ever wins a war.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they go to war, they earn some money, people die.
People's name go down
The
in
war,
history.
yeah, that's it.
They want the country dead up.
They say every president wants to
Put it on
have
their
a war
citizens.
under they built. Like, why? I don't know.
I mean, you got a good story to tell. So, but
Charge those citizens for everything that you needed during that war.
man, America, China, they've been back and forth for a minute. I don't know why, because I just ordered Chinese food the other day. Like, can we chill out? I fucking like crab ragoons, for God's sakes.
Let's keep it low,
I had some of that
man.
last night.
Yeah, let's keep it low, man. You know what I'm saying? Good one. They making my egg roll itch.
My kids had air rolls today.
I ain't had an egg roll in a minute.
Delicious.
I took one of the pieces there. It was so disgusting.
I had some sesame chicken last night.
My daughter had
Sure,
some too.
yeah.
My kids
his
love. They
snack.
love Chinese food for whatever reason.
Far East.
We didn't went from talking about the
Shout
war to talking
Big
about
Fries.
We definitely did.
Well,
Shout out.
It's all encompassing. It's all
Some of
encompassing.
that.
Damn it, B.
We
But
definitely did.
but like even still, it's like is this for happenstance if we go to war with China, or they trying to start some shit? Like it's not going to really. It's, all this is like, what's the point? Yeah.
That's what I don't get. What's
I
the
don't get
point? Other than like some casualties and like some
I
unneeded
don't think,
stuff.
Got money for wars, but can't feed the
I don't
poor.
think neither side really want to get it popping
That
off
part.
for real because
That part.
because I don't even think if I run a country, I'm a president. It's just like
What are they gonna do? Shoot some missiles?
like, what is
What is the fucking point?
what is going to be the victory? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's
Like,
what I'm just. I don't get it.
like I never understood like nuclear war.
Stay
Like,
over there, we gonna stay over here.
like
That part.
like every country is holding every country for hostage when you think about it. Like
Right.
with
When you think
nuclear,
about
with nuclear weapons, like
how we all got access to them now at this point. Yeah.
everybody got them. So every country's holding everybody hostage. That's why nobody's really making no moves because a drastic move of that nature, everything's fucked up. So who's gonna win?
And
Exactly.
then see what I don't know.
Now,
When
they-
it come to
the
anything
people
with China,
that's
it
not
don't make
saying
sense.
that.
But then it's gonna be like
It don't make
15
sense
people,
because
and then what they
we
gonna
spend
fight
so
with
much
sticks
money
and
with them.
stones
Like,
over whatever's left? Like they gonna have a water balloon fight?
We-
Like
we do
when they
it.
come out their little safety pods?
It's always gonna be that way. Because if you think about it, it's always been that way between, what I'm saying, people who look at other people in a different aspect and they look at themselves.
No, I gotta always have a solution for war. This is my solution. And this is why we elect presidents and kings and queens and whatnot.
Not really,
But this in my perfect world, right? They want to go to war. Take the president of the United States, or the president of this other country,
put them in the boxing ring.
put them in the boxing ring, baby, and let them slug it out.
Right.
16 rounds.
That'll change the way the
Man,
motherfuckers vote.
imagine how
rounds.
hard people would be laughing.
Like,
at something
how
like
many
that.
people is actually going
How
to
many
want to run
motherfuckers-
for office if that's a part of the
How many
bill?
motherfuckers gonna be voting for a nigga like
we
Biden?
gonna have a lot of black men in office at that point.
You feel me?
No, but,
It's gonna be
Yeah, but then
all
we ain't going to
black.
want to go to war with China then because they're going to whoop our ass.
man,
They going to bust that man. Listen,
I don't understand
I
why.
ain't watching no Power Rangers this year.
I don't
Want to
understand.
fight Russia? They're gonna be like, if he dies, he dies.
You know, like,
We
they
know
gonna
what? Y'all
drink
can have
vodka
this.
and get on the ring
Y'all
and
can
start
have this
boxing.
straight route.
Yeah, we
We
ain't.
good.
You know what? We gonna be like, listen.
Ain't nobody want to see
Yeah, ain't
the
you
president
worried.
of Jamaica. Like he gonna come out there
You gonna come out with a machete?
like ready, like for real. Like that's my solution. I think like, and there's like 8 billion people on the planet. So if anybody want to join me in this, because it's only like maybe 100
billion of them motherfuckers is in China.
You feel me? Oh, damn. Yeah.
My thing is we do our importing and exporting goods with China. So why is there
don't even make no
possibility
sense.
It
of
don't
a
even make
war?
sense. Like
Because we can look on
we-
something like this right now, made in China. Okay, it's over here in the U.S. What's the whole purpose?
Money.
It's what they are. We
Okay,
already
is it
making
not
money
enough
together.
every single day.
And then it's
Every
also
single
We
day.
owe them a lot of
It
money
could be
though.
made in
We
China.
owe them a lot of money.
It's like, and then it's
What
over
if this
things
was-
like
look,
it's over things like Taiwan, for instance. Taiwan want their independence from China. Taiwan wants to be a part of NATO, and the U.S. is backing Taiwan.
It's because the U.S. don't know how to mind their business.
And the U.S. is there backing Taiwan in that transition.
It's not
Now,
that
China
the
is
US
like
don't
a-
know how to mind their business. They pick and choose. When
Yeah, they
They
it's,
like that kid on the playground that see the fight, and they just gotta run.
no, it's more like they're the kid on the playground when they see the fight. They see how much money and change is falling out the kids' pockets. So,
we gotta get in on that.
and whatever kid got the most money falling out their pockets, that's the side they're gonna take.
That's your friend for the day.
You feel me?
Man.
That's how that works. That's literally like there you go.
They call them
American
allies.
War Economics 101, kids.
That friend, he gonna help him. You gonna help him out. He gonna buy you lunch.
You feel me? Or like they'll see the one friend getting bullied. It's like they notice, like they see this kid. Say for instance, this is literally how America works. They see this kid. This kid got like these really dope ass candy bars that they actually want, and they see that this kid is getting bullied by these 3 other kids. You know what I'm saying?
Give me your candy bars.
Hey, look. You feel me? I'm gonna go. No, they ain't even gonna say, "Give me these candy bars." What they're gonna do is they're gonna go to defend. They be like, "Hey, man, I'm on your side." They're gonna go and they're gonna help the kid with the candy bars with the other 3 people's ass. And now the kid with the candy bars is looking at him like, "You know, the candy bars on my book."
Your ass.
So
You just see what I did to them.
yeah. So what's up? Yeah. So why don't you open up that box of candy bars and how about you just give me 3 a day? But then if you don't, then here's the thing. But here's the thing. Then I'm gonna bully you. But then when you don't give me the candy bars, if you ever fight back, I'm gonna call you a terrorist.
That is very true.
Crazy.
And then if you fight back, not only do you still got them 3 enemies, you got me as an enemy now.
Yeah.
So now we all against you.
Now we all against you. And that's called NATO.
Y'all all go fight for the king.
They know
There
they
you go.
can't
That
beat
is
me
how
now,
they
so they gonna join me and
Exactly.
continue until we
And that's
go
how
at
they
it.
know.
Exactly. They know they need me just as
think
much as
about
you
it.
need me.
Germany is in NATO. Britain is in NATO. And these are countries we all went to war with.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, we went to Revolutionary War against Great Britain. They're part of NATO. We fought World War I and World War II against Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and they're part of NATO. Who else is a part of NATO that we was beefing with? You know what? Let me go here. I think Norway, Normandy. It's like all the European white countries. You know what I'm saying? That's like pretty much NATO. I got to see if Africa is a part of NATO. That's North American countries. Like yeah, they
I
don't.
was gonna
Like,
say Africa, they
it's a
own
continent.
it.
So you got all these.
They
Yeah,
like listen, we good over here.
they do like Wakanda do. We just going.
Yeah.
We don't do that over here.
We're gonna
Yeah.
stay out of it.
They like, cause if you step
Just
up,
the whole-
we gonna knock you down, and your whole family too.
they say, don't fuck with me.
I won't fuck with you. That part.
I feel like if the world was that way, it would be way less wars. Because it's like, all right, you trying me because you want something that I got, but if you really know what was on the other side of that, and you ain't had no help to back you up behind that,
Hey, Africa was smart though, cause you didn't hear about COVID in Africa at all. They was like, no. Turn your ass around
that's
and
gonna
go
turn
back
into a
home.
whole other conversation with my ass.
It was like,
But you know what's crazy though? I mean, researching, like China, this is one thing that they do over there though. Every citizen in China, they're a part of the military. Like in some facet. China's military actually has 2 million service members.
Mhm.
We only got 1, so they double us.
they kids on like 12. Like,
There's a reason behind that too. If you think about it, citizens, they don't have no rights. Citizens don't have rights. So they have obligations, and as far as the rights that they have, they're actually benefits and privileges that can be taken away at any time. So if you are identifying yourself as a citizen, you feel me? There's only so much you're gonna be able to say no to or say, I won't.
who y'all think scarier, China or the Mexican cartel?
It all depends on what we talk. Like, here's the thing. China, globally, Mexicans, if I'm on some keys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm worried about my imports, exports, and stuff like that, China.
Yeah,
If I'm worried about, 17.5 a piece, you know what I'm saying? The Mexican cartel, they'll come and get our ass. But no,
they gonna get your ass no matter what you are.
Yeah.
You could be the fucking president of
They don't
whatever
care.
country.
They don't care. They'll walk right past the police like, how you doing?
Yeah, you know why we here.
You know, exactly.
Now you got people, and I'm just going on my Google searches here, and there's people that's like predicting, and this is kind of weird. Like there's experts like watching it, like you got these historical experts on wars and stuff like that, where there is a possible war between the U.S. and China by the year 2025, as they are saying.
I heard that. Yeah, I think it's a possibility. It's a stupid possibility, but I don't know why America would want to do that. But
do we know why America wanted to go to war with Iraq?
Yeah,
they just did it. Afghanistan. Opioids. So
I mean,
yeah, like it's let's see here, because I'm reading down Friday. Let's see here. U.S. 4-star General Mike Minihan warned his troops of China. My gut tells me we will fight in the year 2025. The Pentagon says that Minihan's comments are not representative of the department's view on China. Minihan says, I hope I'm wrong. He hears the Air Force Air Mobility Command. He wrote in an internal memo, which circulated on social media to the leadership of 110,000 members. Chinese President Xi Jinping, he explains, has secured his third term and set his war council in October 2022. Taiwan's presidential election in 2024 will offer Xi a reason. Taiwan. United States presidential elections are in the year 2024 and will offer Xi a distracted United States. Xi's team's reasons and opportunities are aligned for the year 2025. The subject of this memo in February 2023 orders of preparation for the next fight. And Minihan goes on to direct his troops to undergo a monthly progression of readiness, including ordering personnel to consider their personal affairs and to fire a clip into a 7-meter target with a full understanding that they are unrepentant and lethality does not matter. Aim for the head.
I mean, okay, I can see that though, because it's like with the time of the year, election time, the government is so concerned about making sure that the citizens of their country are in line with what they're trying to implement.
And the thing is that presidential election in Taiwan is important because China is going to want to they want to have their mold in place that's going to lean more towards their policies and what they want to have in place. And you got people down there that want to have a more democratic, independent election, and and the person that they elect might not coincide with what China wants. And that could be a reason, even if we get involved with whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It could be a reason. Same thing with Ukraine, Russia. Russia was looking for a reason. But the problem is like they get exposed at hand because them folks over there is whooping their ass. So it's like, damn, if they whoop your ass with a whole bunch of Home Alone traps. Like, y'all ain't got nothing for the United States. Like that whole country is movie trapped like Macaulay Culkin is in that motherfucker.
Taking bowling balls to the face.
You feel me? They up here trying to open the door and getting their hands burnt and 2nd-degree burns and shit. Like,
Macaulay Culkin did his thing though.
That's a kid I don't want no smoke with. You come to that man's house. He's trying. If y'all really think about that movie, that man tried to kill.
Ask me to babysit.
But that little kid tried to kill them 2 motherfuckers. Man, he literally tried to kill them, like bowling balls to the face, bricks to the nose, electrocution, flame torches.
He knew he was too young.
That kid was not playing.
He definitely was.
If y'all watch the movie, it went from just trying to rob the house, and he was like killing them so bad that they just said, Robert, we just gonna try to murder this kid.
Like shit, we getting up to 11:30. We gotta get.
It was real frustrating.
Now,
Real frustrating.
All right. Hey, Adrian, you want an intro? I ain't about to do it.
Oh, we're not gonna do that little update for 5 minutes. The Marcus.
I'm gonna come back to that.
No, let's do that. Let's do that.
This
All
is
right,
a quick
let's
update.
get that 10 minutes and then we can just leave 20 for the LNA.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same place. I was in yellow talk afterwards. All right.
What?
What we do?
We're just gonna keep it moving, okay? Let's
He said I was.
That's what I mean.
I was gonna
I
do
thought we
that.
was on our best behavior today.
Adrian,
Let's not. Adrian,
What I do?
let's not do this
What I
in front
do?
of the audience.
I brought chips and everything with this great dip.
Hey, Tim, black the camera out real quick.
we about to fade to black.
Cut the body cam.
Not the body cams.
Speaking of body cams,
Wow. So, Demetrius Haley, one of 5 officers fired and charged with the murder of Tyree Nichols' death, admitted that he texted a photo to 5 people, including 2 other Memphis officers, a female acquaintance, and a civilian employee, according to the documents published online by CNN affiliate WMC and obtained by CNN. A 6th person was also identified as a recipient of the same photo. The documents state, indeed, surveillance video of the beating released to the public shows one of the officers twice held up a cell phone and shined a flashlight on Nichols. All right. Jesus. So they murdered that dude. That was like man, cold-blooded. That was cold-blooded murder. And man, so this
the
dude,
power of the
so the rumor about him messing with that cop girlfriend probably was true or had some type of.
it's got to have some validity because it's just going too far for it not to. Ain't nobody went against it.
These
I
are
want to
cops.
know is did he know that he was fucking with cops?
That's a question.
That is a good question. It doesn't matter if it's
So if
really
she
know.
wasn't his woman, he actually has a woman. She was his ex. So if I was his woman, I probably wouldn't be holding you down right now. Cause
Oh, trust me, there's some dude in there on that man right now. He's getting held down plenty. Trust me.
Down for dear life.
That man is being held down to the point he don't want to be held down no more. He's actually screaming, "Get off!"
they got them in the
Please stop
facility.
holding me down. Like, I don't want no crumb cakes and chocolate. No, you're gonna eat this crumb cake. You're gonna fatten you up, officer man.
Not the crumb
They
cake.
gonna be like, you want so cornbread.
Gotta make this cake got frosted.
Heard
You
y'all.
want some of this cake and to me?
Heard you an officer that like to take pictures. Take his shirt off, officer.
We gonna make a movie.
That's so disgusting. And you know they be having cameras and stuff in them jail cells now.
Hey, look, I'm cops in there. They're getting treated like,
If they ain't in, they out.
so, man. In and out.
Something in.
It's gonna be real soon.
But, like, here's the thing. With you them other cops, what the hell is y'all mind at?
That's what I said. What made y'all sign on to this assignment?
Like, how?
They thought it was
Crazy.
probably.
They ain't that much loyalty in the world. Hey, bro, you know we committed murder on camera, right? You know we black.
Cop. You know we black cops, right?
We black
bro.
cops. We not
Hey,
gonna
you
be
on my
nervous.
camera. Like, what?
You want to be that corny, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, take the picture.
People
Take the
getting hurt
picture.
is funny.
And then they said somebody turned the flashlight on so he could get a good shot of it.
Like, what are y'all doing?
They sound like kids. They sound like they was
low-key
kids.
serial killer type shit because it's like they needed a trophy for that.
They sound like
I
they
want to
was
know what
kids.
type of what brand of weed they smoked before they went and did it.
No, they was
Oh, that was them shrooms.
I want to know what speech did Demetrius did
Yeah,
among the
all
officers
types of
to
They did something because
What did he had to tell him a lie, something like the dude raped my dog or something like. Cause
that better been what he said. He raped my daughter, my sister, my son.
And all he had to probably say was, "Hey, look, I got a problem with this dude. We got badges. Let's run up on him."
Yeah.
That's probably really all it took.
And for an update too, the white officer who's there, he got fired.
2 of them.
And the EMTs are getting everybody that was there.
The
And what they said too, because it's just like there was too many people. Like that's the scary part about it. Can you imagine being one solo person? And you just you all fucked up, got your ass whipped by the cops, and then like
The
you got
EMTs,
everybody
they all in on it.
they basically assist you dying.
They see you dying and they like, you know what? Let him lay there for another 20 minutes.
Everybody in that bitch played Dr. Kevorkian.
Like for instance, anybody y'all familiar with here? P. Newman,
Right.
co-founder of the Black Panthers. He got shot. The nurses at the hospital in LA where he was at, police officers come in and beat on him while he was on the operating table.
Because they all work for the same entity.
They say Martin Luther King,
the United
States. He survived, but he was smothered.
Yeah, they said he survived the gunshot. He was killed in the hospital.
Yeah.
Same thing with Martin Luther King.
That's what he said. Yeah, I believe it 100%.
I do too. Like, for So when it comes down to, police brutality, it just don't stop with the police. You got a whole system.
The whole system, yeah.
You got the hospitals, you got the judges, you got the.
But you know what it is though? You know how like in the military, you feel me? Like they hide, they classify information and stuff, and only certain people got access to it.
Because they don't want the image. They don't want the image all. So here's the thing.
The thing is, it's certain people behind that they will not touch. They are given strict orders not to move on because of the information that person has and how they move with that information, how they establish that information,
some people got
they
clearance.
got in place to put the information out if such and such should happen to them.
Or
you feel me? It's like information is the real power for real.
I think they'll take you. Like, here's the thing, because we don't see too many cases. They'll take you out if they want to. You're just not a big enough threat.
But that's what I'm saying.
If you're a big enough threat, they will get there.
You have enough information and enough context.
If the information is deep enough,
you feel me?
If the information start going up levels and levels, they're gonna pick you out. Once you start getting politicians and all that involved, and you got them names, like all these people with these little black books, you notice they go after
certain people that they gotta move with caution with because of the information that they have in the network that they have.
Yeah, now that you can switch everything onto the little disk drives, and now I don't just need a book.
We wouldn't know because they're not trying to put themselves out there like that to the public to know that they have that type of information on.
Would you?
People. You feel me? Hell no. If you're smart, you would not. You would be living low key and be like, hey, y'all fuck with me. You already know what I could do for you.
I wouldn't even put myself on your radar.
You feel me? I'm living off the radar like a motherfucker. I ain't going to.
It's like, I know, but you don't need to know I know you.
Listen, if y'all fuck with me, I will air this shit out. And those are the type of people that they don't fuck with. They monitor them, they watch them very closely, but they're not just finna go in and
Did y'all watch?
No, they're not gonna take them out.
Wait.
What's gonna happen is they're gonna eat a bowl of oatmeal and just like choke on some oatmeal.
Y'all watch Snowfall. Everybody watch Snowfall. Y'all see what Franklin's daddy did? He went to boy, get your life together.
That's a good ass show.
Man,
he went all the way out.
He went after the CIA. They shut that story down so fast and shut his mouth down permanently so fast.
Yeah. Let them see how like that's what
that's what I'm saying. Like you can have information.
Oh, he had a whole lot of information.
Have the network to move that information out.
Oh, he had the network too, but they destroyed him in the network.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's certain people that they not gonna be as willing to take out behind certain things because it's gonna raise too many questions if they take this person out at this time for around.
Like, I feel you on that, but here's the thing: I'm a government. Too much information to put out there. Like everything under the sun is already out there.
Right, and
that's just gonna add to the fodder because
go watch Snowball because that's based on a true story. They took out an FBI agent. They took out a whole news station. They cleaned up and covered up. Like
that's cool, but when you get to talking about heads of countries and enemies of the state that have too much power for them to attack anyway, like if you got information on Sweden and they at war with Russia, you feel me? They not finna risk trying to take you out knowing the type of connections that you got that can totally wipe all of these plans out and air all that shit out all in one swoop. Yeah, it's certain things that you gotta do. It's
yeah, for sure. And they're gonna as soon as you get into a big enough threat, then your brakes are gonna work on your car, you're gonna crash off of the bridge.
That part.
They're gonna fire you committed suicide or something like that.
That part.
And they'll take you out if they want to. They the people in the position that they didn't take out, that's because they're not a threat to them.
Y'all ever seen people who you never thought would commit suicide?
And they can't get away with just writing it off as a suicide or an overdose. It's certain people you can't just write that off on because of the way that they move.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. They don't even care if it's a rumor or not, because look at all the rumors that was around Nip and everybody else that done died. They don't care. They're just looking at it
I
like
get what he's saying.
Nip
Like,
ain't nowhere near on that type of level. What I'm talking about.
Oprah Winfrey, they can't just make her disappear and I'm like
no, so they
suicide.
can't make her disappear if she can have a heart attack. And then half of the people on the internet, because this is what they do. Think about it like this: you see it every day. Half of the people on the internet, they have a theory. The Illuminati sacrifice her. You're gonna have half of the people don't believe it.
And then they gonna come out with new Jordans or something.
Because it's the government, they all know not one single person watching them videos or any of that stuff got the means or whatever to prosecute them or take them to court over it anyway. So they don't care.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's the difference between those type of targets. You got somebody that can know the wrong stuff, but don't got the connections to the point where they scared to take you out. You got people that got those type of connections where, like, if you move the wrong way, it's gonna air what you was trying to hide in the first place.
Like, if that's the case, they ain't got no problem with taking out everybody. Like,
I don't have a problem with that, but
that
it's certain people that you're not gonna be able to take out. That's what I'm saying. If you got those type of connections where, like, it's different if you a rapper, you feel me, and you came across a lot of knowledge. You was just trying to air that shit out to your fans and shit, and they just be like, all right, well, this person is known for having a drug problem. So this person is known for being in the streets. It's easy to wipe somebody like that out. Right. But somebody that's had a polished career, a polished stand-up guy in the community, and everybody that sees them knows.
I don't think they scared to take nobody out. They took Kennedy out.
Don't get it twisted.
He was the president.
Kennedy was the president, but he was a puppet for them. But he stopped playing ball.
I was gonna say until he wasn't no more.
You feel me? He stopped playing ball.
There's a lot of people that's not.
He didn't have enough connections to, you know what I'm saying,
he didn't have enough connections.
His daddy did, but his daddy did.
He did. His daddy really think that his daddy did. If his daddy did, then he wouldn't have ended up dead. If his daddy really had those type of upper connections that.
His father did. There was nothing he could do about preventing his son's death because his son's death was by the mafia.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I mean. You feel me? Now, say he had ties in the mafia.
They did.
Say Kennedy dad had ties in the mafia to the point where
that order came down
doing everything that they needed him to do. You think they would have allowed
because
his dad to be taken out?
Yeah, because the mafia, they killed their own made dudes that did like 1,000 times more for them than they did. So yeah, they don't have no problem with icing you out.
Bruh, but they had to be something behind that because they're not going to waste the whole fucking
something behind that. He was giving black people equal rights.
And he was also short-stopping their money. That's what I'm saying. Like, even with those connections, if you're not, moving in the way that they still want to connect to you, they're going to take you out. And they're going to enjoy it with other people.
So basically, if you got the information,
you got to have the connections to be able to air that information out should anything ever happen to you. But if they don't have that fear of you being able to get that message out there, they will take it so quick.
Well, it's 11:45.
Go ahead, though. Love that life, bro.
It's a hard weekend for the ladies. You got 2 holidays where it ain't 2 holidays. 2 days where you just might get ignored by your nigga. We got Super Bowl Sunday, Valentine's Day. We're going to find out just how important you is this week, ladies. But we got Deli here to break down love and life for us. Now, give us a little insight on what these men are thinking. So, put your hands together for Sexy Deli. Let's get into it.
Assets over liability.
Yeah, break that down because some people think you're talking about.
This transitions way beyond finances. This transitions way beyond man, way beyond woman. This is just in general. If you're looking at your life in this way, you're gonna really be able to map out what your future gonna hold. Like, if you are taking in more liability, that could be to your energy, to your, finances. That could be in your relationship, whatever the case. You gotta have more assets than liabilities. So is the person you with more of an asset to you or a liability? If the job that you with is more of an asset to you or a liability? Is the moves that you're making essential or completely unnecessary? You feel me? Like, or taking you back from what you was trying to achieve? You got to really look at that shit. Excuse my language. But I feel like in this day and age, people don't really understand what an asset is versus a liability. If this person is constantly causing you stress, constantly making you feel like you not worth it, constantly making you feel like they deserve you and you don't deserve them, like are they really an asset to you?
I think this generation do what they consider assets in all the wrong ways. Like a dude that's he in the streets and he bringing home that money, they think that's an asset. Or a dude that's putting it down in the bedroom, that's an asset to them. Like, oh, he gave me this pretty baby, like that's an asset. They mind is just messed up on what's an asset and what's a liability. Like that dude that's out in the street that's bringing home that money, that's cool. But when he go to jail and it all falls on you, is he an asset or a liability? That baby he gave you that you gotta just take care of yourself right now, is that an asset or a liability? He expecting you to hold it down because he was giving you that good D, and he don't want nobody else to get that D. So now you got to sit at home because he got 10 years, and you got 10 years. You gonna either use that rose or you gonna is that an asset or a liability?
Let's be real. Like at the end of the day, yeah, that money is good. You feel me? When it's coming in,
until it run out.
When it halts, when it stops, is that person? Are you still viewing that person as the same person you loved when that money was coming in? Are you still honoring them in that same regard that they, that you held them in when they was on top versus when they got to sit down?
You really got to figure out who's gonna be there with you when you go through your worst, and gonna still look at you the same way, whether it's your worst day or your best day. That's your asset.
Because they know what your character is.
Exactly.
Or over your situation.
That person who say, "Don't worry, babe, I got it," and so we can both get it together. Because they want to build with you. That's asset.
Liability is that one that's gonna fold on you when shit get bad. It's gonna come down on you hard and no love behind it when shit get bad.
You're gonna be like, "Hey, babe, I know you said that the rent due, but like my boys wanted me to shoot up to the bar with them, and I know we only got like the money for the rent, but let me just hold 100 real quick. Like
you know I'm good for it.
You know I'm good for it, yeah.
Even though we only got no damn groceries in our refrigerator, you know what I'm saying? Go out, have a good time that night because you know what I'm saying. That's what the night called for him.
Mm-hmm.
Or and it's the same on the other spectrum. Like she good when she able to spend that money to bring it in, but when it's time to actually buckle down and handle some real shit, what's going on? You feel me?
Something she good for looking good, but she can't even cook you a home cooked meal. All your money going to a restaurant.
You feel me?
Exactly.
She making your kids out to be the same thing that you was attracted to physically, but you didn't realize that she didn't have everything up there mentally after it was too late.
Little baby got nice shoes, but hair ain't done. Too many times.
What Cat Williams say? Got cornrows in your hair. The baby got corn in theirs.
Exactly. Mama walking around dressed from head to toe. Baby looking like
college.
Like you he just got up and went about the day. These babies be walking around with these diapers they had on for about 4, 5, 6 hours. But you walking around here and exactly.
I was drunk that day, okay?
Shit.
Only thing I couldn't find a bathroom, so I had to wear a diaper. Probably because of my mother.
Can y'all think of time in your life? I know y'all can. I want to hear from everybody. A time where, at this point in your life, where you can really sit back and reflect on the relationships that you built, the relationships that didn't last, and all of that, and say, man, I really was chasing a liability, or I realized that this person was an asset. Name one from both. Name one from both.
I mean, name one. What you mean?
Name a liability that you thought was an asset at the time that you had it, and then name an asset that you actually realized was an asset. You feel me? Once you had a better idea of what the liability was for you and your lifestyle versus, what you might have thought in the past.
Ladies first.
No, we're gonna work it out with the fellas today.
All right, Nick, you go first.
Oh yeah, that's different.
You
Let's
said a
start with
liability
yeah.
that I
Let's
thought was
start.
an
Let's
asset?
start with a liability that you felt was an asset at first, and then you grew up to realize how it was a liability and not an asset.
You know what? I might have to think on that one a little bit, brother. I really might, because I mean, there's some things in my life that I kind of was taught to handle whenever they came up, the things that my parents had instilled in me, just to kind of already had the knowledge right there. You know what I'm saying? So hey, this ever come up, you already know what to do in this situation, type stuff. But just in case, let me think on that a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna start with you, B.
God damn it, Nick.
Hey, y'all, come on, pothole Pablo.
I would say it would be where I had let's see here. Maybe had somebody. Yeah, it was one lady, one chick way back in the day. Freaky as all hell. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the time, I'm thinking that's what I needed. Freak, you know what I'm saying? I'm do whatever. But the liability was she she was a pretty expensive lady, I could tell you that much, you know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, it was like when everything, all the chips was done and everything like that, she was ready to sell me out for the next paycheck or the next, fat wallet or whatever. But, I didn't look at it like, I mean, now you can look at it as liability, spend money wise, but I'm like, I always look at it where
Not even just financially though, just like
even heart wise, you know what I'm saying, time wise, you know what I mean, like. Like now there's plenty of women now that I spent time with in the past where it was just like a waste of time, you know what I'm saying? Waste of emotion or, waste of thought, you know what I mean? Liability of trust and things of that nature, which comes with the territory. But then, like when it comes down to assets of women is like the conversation where you really don't want, someone is like, when you're younger, is like, oh, this chick, she wasn't trying to, get nasty, but she was always down to speak and talk and have, educated conversations. So as a young man, if you're, you got your loins already, and, you missed out on somebody that could have helped you build, mentally, help you build spiritually, help you build also, and financially, just because of, the conversation and the things that they were focused on at the time, so now, like, and that's not even me personally, but that's just, in that essence, in that realm, is the examples of how that could be, you can, but yeah, you can, as a fella, depending on what we, necessarily want to eat, we getting caught into, body or the, what I'm saying, the sex or whatnot, and the liability of, not being focused on your goals, the liability of, missing time, with your family and friends, because, chasing after this, super body freak, but, you're not, spending time with her, you're not, where you would have, say for instance, I would have studied for class. I would have, went there. Now you ain't got nothing. Now you ain't study. You ain't go to that, community event that you usually go to. Because now you laid up with an old girl. Liability. Then at the end of the day, when you done lost a job, or you didn't, or you stuck at this regular job because you didn't pursue your degree, and you start doing that stuff. Now she looking at you crazy. She ain't gonna mess with you because you stuck with this regular job when you could have been at IT or something like that. But at the time you were, I'll be 24/7 on you this class because you riding with me and da da da. And next thing you know, you're only making $12 an hour, and that lifestyle that you was living at that time, she's getting kind of bored of it. So now she's looking for the guy with $20 an hour. You feel me? So that could happen. So those are just examples. Tim, you okay over there?
Oh yeah, he good. He good.
Yo,
boy, he good.
Oh, I wish we could have got that on camera.
He good.
It is. You heard the snore on the in the microphone.
I wanted to see see the people to see his face. 'Cause, I mean, my man had one of them deep sleeps where your chin is in your chest. And, I mean, my man's chin was all up in his chest. Hell, dog. Yeah,
Comfortable spot.
I mean, you look like somebody's granddaddy, man. Like, oh, there go Papa Tim done spilt his coffee again.
Yeah.
Just
Y'all, because y'all know he was good in his sleep because he took that deep.
Yeah, he got one little.
It was a wrap from there.
A rap, man. He's mad at us right now for waking him up. It's like, hey, this is like, hey, cut that light off, goddamn.
He like, I know y'all got 4 minutes left, so y'all better wrap this shit up.
This is a good conversation.
Yeah. So he had his whole chin in his chest.
We're gonna
sitting
move
solemnly
to the queen.
Yeah, go ahead, Queen.
You said a liability we thought was an asset.
Yeah.
My ex-husband, I thought, getting married, I thought that was an asset. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to aspire to get a career, have a marriage, your kids be born through marriage. So yeah, having a marriage and getting out on my own, having my own house and all that, raising my own family, I thought that was going to be an accident. But it turned out to be one of the worst liabilities I had. I ended up having to take care of him more than I was taking care of my kids. Stayed in and out of jail, bad drug habit, having to replace stuff that was being stolen out of the house, having to cover up to the kids while their Christmas toys and all that was going missing. It got too stressful.
Oh shit. Oh,
it got carried going through pregnancies by myself because he couldn't stay out of jail, and then when he was out of jail, he was running the streets, and it was like my marriage was only a marriage on paper. Like, we never actually lived together because he never actually came home. So it was just like
big liability.
Yeah, and my whole 20s, I lost my entire 20s in a marriage that went absolutely nowhere. And the biggest liability is I'm a single mother, and my sons are growing up without having a positive role model in their life. So, and I don't want to say, hey, go here to him because he wasn't a positive role model. So,
and what are you really going to teach them?
Exactly. But to use drugs, be drug dealers, like it was the biggest lesson I had to learn, and still learning every day. The biggest, you gotta know who you lay down with. He had schizophrenia. No idea. I'm now dealing with a son who has early onset schizophrenia. It is the most stressful thing I could ever go through in my life. It's the most painful thing because I can't save you because I put you in this position. So yeah, if I can go back and change it, yeah. Marriage ain't always what it's cracked up to be. It look good on paper.
Yeah, a lot of these men out here today, these males. Dang. That shit real.
For real.
That's why I urge, like, I'm teaching my daughter the same thing. Like, really get to know a person before you think you know them enough to let them inside of you. Because, like,
gotta be careful.
If that one sperm, all it takes is that one sperm. You connect to that motherfucker for life. That shit real though. I'm glad you're still here, still strong, still raising your kids to be the virtuous young men and women that they should be, even despite the odds. You feel me? Like, and that's one thing about black women, they won't make sure that the kids is good. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, even if that man that they thought was something ain't turn out to be much at all for real, like, they gonna make sure that the kids is gonna be looked after.
That's black women and black. So, because in 2023, that's black women and black men. Because we see a lot of black men who raising them kids by themselves these days, and I applaud it. I really do applaud it because the roles have changed, and I am so proud to see our black men stepping up and taking on those responsibilities.
Big shouts out to the ones that doing it on both ends.
Well, we want to get you and Nikki in before we end the clock.
Please don't call me that. But
Nikki,
yeah.
Nikki.
But I would actually agree with you. Marriage ain't everything that it is hyped up to be sometimes. I mean, it can be, but you gotta have somebody that's, what I'm saying, on the same page as you. Because I mean, what I went through is like I made sacrifices. Especially whenever what I'm saying, you and one person kind of have a sit down and like you think y'all on the same page. And say if this is somebody that makes you believe in a certain type of love, like what I'm saying, you're the only one that gets this. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody makes you believe, they say seeing is believing. So it's like, okay, I'm seeing this. I'm like, listening.
You
And it's
believe
like,
it's real.
right? Believe it was real. So it's like, okay, I'm thinking definitely it's gonna work.
It's real. It's your forever.
Both our minds is in the same place. You know what I'm saying? We see the future, the bigger picture, everything. We working towards it. At the end, next thing you know, it's like that song said, it all came falling down.
Yeah, because this is why when it comes down to people and anything, we and we got to be real cognizant of this. Everybody's an individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Humans, they like, and people change people are one day one way. And then, you feel me? And
it changes just like the season.
And I think the misnomer is
the way the wind blows.
And this might be harsh for people to understand, people to hear, but there's humans, we've been told that, oh yeah, you get with a mate, that like that's going to be forever, and if it doesn't last forever, then somebody did something wrong. That's not the case. That don't make you less than a man, don't make you less than a woman. And people got to stop putting that pressure on themselves, like, because it's just like this, and this is just real. Look at it like almost like in sports in a way. You sign with a team, 5-year contract, right?
Right.
First few years, everything is great. Mm-hmm. Everything is good. You know what I'm saying? And then it might be a little change in how we do practice, or a little policy here, or you putting in all your work, but the coach might not be hearing you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then after that 5 year, your morale is low, but the coach is like, oh, I hear you now. But you might be like, you know what? I kind of want to, you know what I'm saying? I did this 5 years. I want to check out another team. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what it's like on the free agent market. There's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? And when it comes down to marriage, because America is the only ones that actually do this. And really, even when it comes down to it, I think marriages should come with like 5-year contracts. Follow me here.
People were saying that,
5-year contracts, because here's the thing, and you could reevaluate your marriage after those 5 years, and then that will also force people to put in work. Because if you really want that, when that 5-year period coming up, you want to put in as much work so you can really determine if you're going to stay in this another 5 years, or if you know what I'm saying, or it's time to roll out. Because if you got a spouse, and say for instance you going to school, or you driven towards a goal, right? You moving. Now your spouse, they can support you, but say for instance your spouse ain't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna eventually have two different even mind states. You know what I mean? It's gonna be real difficult for those spirits to continue to grow together. You know what I'm saying? To grow together. You know what I'm saying? And even and then there's nothing wrong with either or on both ends. Maybe that person didn't want to do, but both of those people have to understand this might not last forever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think people got to understand and get, because even a 40-year marriage ain't forever. You know what I'm saying? That's only 40 years. You know what I'm saying? You got old people, they'll be together. Oh, they was together forever. But they was only together like 50 years. When you really think about it, 50 years ain't that long a period of time. The majority of relationships don't last 50 years. I mean, yeah, true enough, but we don't know what happened in those 70 years. You know what I'm saying? Like in those 50 years, they could have broke up 3 or 4 times. We ain't know about it.
A lot of people do.
You feel me? A lot of the dudes
didn't know about it. People didn't know about it. They weren't able to chime in on your relationship.
Exactly.
You feel me?
And that's why a lot of relationships fall apart now.
Yeah.
Because everybody talking about your relationship. You might have an argument with your significant other, and you done went back, you told your mama and your friends, they told they boys and all that. Now everybody chiming in y'all ear. And it might have been something y'all could work out. Right. But now y'all don't want to work it out because y'all going to look stupid. Yeah.
Right. And it goes on both ends, because I think the reason why people do that is because there's been instances where people stay quiet.
And then something
or
happened.
their family did try to help. They didn't say it, and then some, and it goes the other way. So it's really about logic, respect, and communication.
But we don't want to put Jelly off, but to say for that, as somebody who is a domestic violence survivor, regardless if you talking or you not talking, you can tell your family all you want. Until you ready to walk out of that situation, nothing your friends or your family say
Should
gonna change.
influence that.
Yeah.
Because look, I feel like this. Like if we really view marriage as this sacred bond as it should be, you feel me? Like, and what it really could be if it was between that man, that woman, and God.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us probably, if we took that time, like you said, with a 5-year contract, I feel like if that's the case, we should wait that long to really get intimate with that person.
I was gonna say,
So that
you-
here's the thing. Even when it comes down to that, like that whole marriage construction of marriage and things of that nature, like we have to look at it where which version are we looking at? The Christian version, this version, because there's different versions of marriage all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
But either in any culture, it's intended to be a lifelong journey between this man, this woman, and God.
Intended.
You feel me? Intended to. But if you know you the type of person that get bored easily in a relationship,
yeah, don't get married.
don't get married.
Yeah,
If you know you can't be with
or,
one
no,
person.
no. You can't. It's more like this. If you're a person that if you know, it's not. Don't get married because it's more like if you're a person you know you get bored. No, it's not even that. Get you a spouse that's where y'all can always keep things exciting and find something new. It's not don't get married. It's just like that person. Somebody's boring ain't gonna be for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody that stimulates your mind.
But
You know what I'm saying?
if you have a problem with being committed to one person,
that ain't got nothing to do with commitment.
No.
That's
That's the
different.
ultimate commitment. But that's the thing. We've been trained to think that it's just disposable in the society that we live in.
That's
Like,
already
yeah, we
commitment
can
done
always
for
get
you.
a divorce. We can always get annulled. But that's the thing. Like if you going into war, burn them ships. You feel me? Don't come out until you victorious.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just like this. You can't because there's different type of people. Like if you're a boring person, you know what I'm saying, or like a person don't even have to be boring. But say for instance, you really care about somebody, right? Like me, I get bored. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit that. But in my relationship, I care about my wife to the point where. Hey, if I know I get bored, I'm gonna do things to keep things exciting. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
You got to be with somebody and take the time to know that you're with somebody that's going to be on that same type of frequency. Because if you know you with somebody that's complacent with where they're at right now, why would you even marry that if you know that you're the type of person that get bored easily?
Well, here's the thing, because
get to know them.
That person, but if that person is willing to move on that vibe with you, then that's
a big key word. That person has to be willing to, because you can be open to, you could be bored and you could be open like, well, if it get boring, I want to add some spice. But if that person ain't interested in adding spice,
then don't marry that person. You feel me? Like get to know that person before trying to make a lifelong commitment to this person. Because it just sounds like just a ceremony and everything to a lot of people. But if you're not taking that gravity of what this is supposed to actually be, and you just think doing it because everybody said this is what's supposed to be done,
then that's different.
You really gotta sit down and write out what you want, your necessities, your wants, and you gotta really figure. And if that person ain't matching most of your because ain't nobody gonna match all of them,
right?
But if they ain't matching most of them, if you
don't
gotta
have to be
compromise
100%
on
across the board.
Exactly. If you gotta compromise on more things than you bring it in, that's not the person you need to be with, because you gonna be sad,
right?
And it's not gonna last.
Exactly.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Hey, so even when it comes down to women, now do women, say for instance, if you're with a dude and he's one way before y'all get married, and like say for instance domestic violence and things of that nature, is that something that you would pick up on prior to marriage, or is that something that takes place
So I picked up. So actually, if you know my story, I was engaged a second time, and yes, I picked up beautiful $1,500 gown in my closet, still to this day, everything paid for. I see where it was going. Okay, one time, okay, maybe we have a disagreement. 2 times, okay, you getting crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, okay, we going into. It's been a year or so, and it's still a pattern for you. Yes, I called my wedding off 2 months before it happened. People said you crazy. I know crazy would have been going into that marriage knowing what was coming out of it.
Right.
But some people will still go into the marriage because they want the wedding. They don't want the marriage; they want the wedding.
And everybody else to be like, "Yeah, you did it."
Yep.
I ain't gonna leave it out. My dress was gorgeous. My train was 10 feet. I wanted to wear that train.
The train was 10 feet.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Speaking of 10, we went 2 minutes past 12. Right on the dot. So look, y'all, we appreciate y'all stopping through, checking us out at the TMI show on Redline Radio.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Before we go, who y'all want to win the Super Bowl? Who y'all want to win the Super Bowl? I don't really care because the Browns ain't in there.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care about the Super Bowl.
I just want my lemon pepper wings that I'm about to cook.
I'm gonna put my money with Kansas City, man. I'm gonna roll with Kansas City.
Well, you know, we got some Clevelanders as playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of history that's going on.
Respect it.
Both shout out to them.
Y'all made it out of this place.
You know what I'm saying? They're from the Heights, I believe.
I still like y'all.
We got some quarterbacks.
Indeed.
Who is it?
But yeah.
What is it? Who is it? Short? I don't know. What do he play for?
Who? Just
Short.
because, you know what I'm saying, I don't study here. I just heard.
I just know he's a quarterback out of Cleveland.
Hey,
we got a Cleveland doing great things. Shout out to that man.
The Cleveland All-Stars also.
Shout out to everybody that made
Shout out to LeBron for breaking that record.
Before we can't leave out LeBron, man, breaking the all-time score with LeBron. Bro.
For real.
We all know.
All right, we out, man. See y'all next week. Peace.
Sexy Denny.
You aggravated.